This is Jonah Hill, and you're listening to the only podcast that matters.
Throw Gang, we were joined by the Titan of Tupelo, the frequent flyer Pharaoh. Your BM kind of slow, his BPM kind of go. He must have insomnia because he's in all these PJs. His work tools just like your body count, ones and twos. He must be a dom because the genres are sub. You jack off, he jack you. You holler at chicks, he hollertronics. The remix Raja, he going nuts on stage, that's testicles at festivals. The dinosaur Don Dada, the Duke of the Drop, Baron of the Baseline. His prostate must be bipolar because the stream's going crazy. Everyone's always saying Diplo this, Diplo that. How about you dip both his nuts in your mouth? DJ, producer, founder of Mad Decent, member of Too Many Supergroups account, and 3-time Grammy winner Diplo. Diplo, how the hell are you?
Wow. Intro of all intros.
Yeah.
I had a real spit take. I hadn't heard that yet. Holy shit.
We might just
you can sample that.
Finish the whole.
Yo, thanks for coming on the show, bro. It's been a pleasure, dude.
Wait, no, we got to talk about the Neosport on your chain first.
Okay, well, I've been running.
And then one day.
I'm trying to run to a marathon, and I've been trying to get my miles up every week. And today I did 12 miles here on the West Side Highway.
Fire.
And I wore some Aloe yoga pants. I do actually like Aloe yoga. They do some good clothes, but they're compression pants, and I didn't bring them high enough. You got to give yourself an actual wedgie.
Yeah.
Like properly. And I kind of thought I did it, but as I started running, it kind of loosened up. And about 6 miles in, I started to like get my balls and the bottom of my butthole like all kind of mixed together. Yeah. And it was like
the cornhole
soup. Yeah. It wasn't nice, and it's chafed a bit.
Damn.
And I hit the Neosporin a minute ago. I think when I was younger, that happened. Remember when you're like a little like, when you start to get the balls going and like the hair starts to grow and you're like,
well, there's more surface area.
Yes. And I did baby powder a lot when I played sports. Did you guys do powder the balls?
Every day.
But then you don't do it as you get older, right? It just kind of goes.
Well, I think it depends who you're talking to.
On a really swampy, hot, humid New York day, but like you're born in the swamp.
I have to, you might. So I acclimated. I got to get back into it, I guess.
You got to get those Florida swamp nuts back.
Yeah.
Does Diplo apply his own Neosporin to his taint, or do you?
No, I flew someone.
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right.
There's a proper like
stars. They're not like us. Yeah. Thank you for hosting us in your beautiful hotel room. Not the penthouse. We have to say on the record, unfortunately, dude.
It's actually taken.
Oh.
I tried to get it for this particular podcast, but it was taken. So
get those streams up. Maybe we'll come back.
The first thing we want to do, and also should we call you?
You know whose hotel this is, right?
What?
You know whose hotel this is?
Whose hotel is this?
It's Al Pacino's.
For real?
Because De Niro owns.
De Niro. It's Robert De Niro.
Because he owns.
It's De Niro's hotel.
No, and what's the place right on
it's
the corner?
It's De Niro's hotel, and he always, when he's in town, he stays in the penthouse.
Oh, Bobby's upstairs?
I've seen him in the lobby a bunch of times. Okay. Last night I saw Kate Hudson in the lobby.
Oh, wow.
And I met Kurt Russell, and I met Goldie Hawn.
Well, the whole fam was
because it was Kurt and Goldie's 40th anniversary, and we were vibing. We just caught a little vibe and had a little key in the lobby, and it was vibe.
Sick, dude.
Does Robert De Niro know who you are?
I don't think so.
It's like, who's this fucking spicy white
I didn't
boy?
talk to him. I seen him here because I know he's always in this place. Al Pacino does know who I am. I was in a movie with him recently.
He's plugged in.
And he's the man.
What movie?
He's the GOAT, dude.
It's a movie he did with Rick Ross. It's coming out on
what?
I swear to God, I'm in the scene with Rick Ross and Al Pacino.
Wait, Al Pacino's doing a movie with Rick Ross?
We're in one scene together. I don't know how much Rick Ross is in.
Al Pacino's playing Rick Ross in the Rick Ross.
Yeah, it's the Rick Ross documentary.
Right? Yeah. Does Al Pacino do the Rick Ross grunt in the movie and vice versa?
No, Rick Ross didn't even do grunt. He was more calm. He was talking about going to. It was like casual. Like we're all friends with Al. We're just at his house.
All right.
Right, of course.
I played Diplo and he played Rick Ross. We weren't actually acting.
Oh, okay.
Right. Do you have any chops? Can you act?
I've been in a couple movies.
Yeah, but how was it dog shit?
I will tell you what. I'm in this one called The High Note with Dakota Johnson. Is that her name? And
I don't know.
Dakota Fanning? No. Oh, Dakota Johnson is the Nepo baby.
She's your colleague.
She is Don Johnson's daughter.
That sounds right.
Sonny Crockett.
In that really nice. Let me just Google this real quick so I don't fuck it
I love
up.
that you don't even know.
But I was in the movie and Tracy Ellis Ross.
Oh,
it's about her.
Come on now.
It's about her. I just don't want to name. Tracy Ellis Ross is like an artist.
Dakota Johnson.
I'm like a. They're both in it.
Okay.
They're both in it. Tracy Ellis Ross plays.
He doesn't see color.
Is Dakota Johnson's her manager? And I'm like a dickhead producer.
You're Diplo.
Wow.
But I'm not Diplo. I had like a whole different style.
What a stretch.
But I improvised everything, and I kind of crushed it.
You gonna get the EGOT?
Or what? You missed the whole season, so I didn't get nominated. But
next time.
Yeah.
There's the next time.
Maybe for the Al Pacino Rick Ross fucking link, dude.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You know what, Diplo?
I'm actually working on an EGOT project with Al Pacino now. He wants an EGOT. He doesn't have a Grammy.
Okay.
That's the only thing he needs.
He needs some fly beats from you.
Trying to figure out something.
How much is he gonna pay for that?
I'm doing it for him. I'll do it for free.
How much you gonna pay for the Grammy?
You got to I don't know how much it is. I've never been offered it, but it's
Okay.
really high.
But name your price. If the Recording Academy is listening, we're trying to get number 4 for this man right here.
You're about to get the P-God, bro.
Yeah.
At a
P-God.
podcast on that.
So do we call you Diplo, Wes, Mr. Diplodomus? What do you?
Wesley's pretty good.
Wesley? All right, Wesley.
When someone sees me, they don't know me, like a fan in the street, they call me Thomas.
Oh.
Because that's my Wikipedia like name, I guess. Until you Google me, they're like, "Well, no, his real name." And when they scream Thomas, that means you don't know me.
You're a fucking
Right.
noob.
Yeah. Come on,
When they say
guys.
Wes, it's
Come correct.
It's a homie.
Wes, thank you so much again for having us. The first thing we want to
Thomas,
do.
thank you.
Yeah, Tommy. We want to do a little fit check.
All right.
You're going to walk us and the audience at home through the totality of your fit today. The choice for you is: do you want to start top down or do you want to go
We're supposed
bottom up from
to
the-
dress good for this?
It's a fashion podcast, bro.
Okay,
we
well,
are
It's a
fashion
men's
now.
grooming and fashion podcast.
Well, I was rocking all the Gabrielle Hearst gear earlier, which is too fancy for this podcast. But,
Whoa. Okay.
no, I think the fit is
maybe.
appropriate. Do you want to throw these bad boys on for the fit check?
let's do it. I don't have shoes on. I have toe separators.
Right. Not
Go back.
because you got your toes did, but because of the running.
Yeah, because I have to. You have to run with a wider toe.
Yeah. So you got the Mischief big red boots that you wore
and,
courtside.
and then back to that, they're comfortable and they're comfortable to wear. But I got to put socks back on. What am I doing? And then, but when you wear compression pants and not without like anything here on your on
they
your,
rub your shins.
on your shins.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. This is from the game.
They tear the hair off.
No, you just get like that.
Oh my god,
gee,
you get
dude.
that from like walking. It keeps
Damn.
in, so
that's not from fucking Eric Andre.
could be.
Yeah.
He's a biter. He's a biter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me
You don't actually have to put these
put this mic down. Oh yeah. Well, anyway, here they are.
I mean,
Are they
I don't
hard
even
to-
open that box? They were there. So let's start with there.
How many miles do you think you could run in the big red boots?
If I put sweatpants on to guard my shins, I could probably nail a couple miles.
Really?
I
Banks
could
amount?
do a mile, 2
All right.
miles.
they're sized for you, like it's a whatever your shoe
It's
size is,
an
right?
11 and it's snug.
But they all
snug.
just look the same size, but they're actually like
Yeah.
there's some type of.
What do you think
mold
about
on the
Mischief?
insides. Yeah.
What do you guys think about Mischief?
We talked about this, and this podcast is coming out in a few weeks when the album comes out, so it'll be stale. But we kind of respect this, so that they held up like a funhouse culture to like a funhouse mirror up to like sneaker culture and hype culture, and they're like, look, people will go crazy over anything.
Yeah.
With that said, the influencer marketing was so turbo that I think everyone was absolutely fucking sick
Yeah.
of seeing these things every single
But
day.
you know, Dan, the guy that does it, he like picked like maybe 40 people to give him to, and he said like people were getting him however they could.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the guy sat next to me, or the guy was on the court side, a corner, a top as a corner, a guy plays for the Giants, and Dan was like, I don't know how that guy got him. Like we don't know.
He just bought them on stock
Because he was like he wanted me to like wear them and debut it at the court side, and he was like that guy like literally had a plug.
Wait,
and
there was a
found it.
fellow courtside sitter
Yeah,
who was sitting.
a guy who plays for the Giants.
Who was it?
I didn't recognize him because he
Okay.
was also wearing like the guy on
Like a
Star Trek
Balenciaga mask?
visor.
He had the Star
type
Trek
shit,
visor
whatever-
sunglasses.
Whatever
He was
that
cool,
guy,
though. He was
Data
cool.
or whatever that guy's
Data,
name
he had
is.
data glasses on.
Did you guys fucking Spider-Man meme across the court?
We did.
Damn.
We did. We came, because I never been to MSG for a basketball game, so I never been to like your New York Chairman's Lounge, and it's a vibe there.
Neither have I.
I
Bro,
mean, when you're talking to us like we've been invited to the Chairman's Lounge. What?
But it's like, you know, in LA we have Chairman's. It's not called Chairman's Lounge, but in the halftime they send out like the celebrities to like an area where you just get
Okay.
free like Panda Express, and then you like hang out.
You get free Panda Express?
That's sick, dude. That's the
Wow.
number one perk of being a celeb is getting free Panda Express on James Dolan's
Yeah.
yeah,
dime.
that's why we do this, right, Wes?
Yeah.
100%. I haven't had Panda Express for a while, but it wasn't actually
Dude,
Panda
it hits,
Express.
bro. I love Panda
but the
Express.
chicken, that Kung Pao chicken, is really
The orange chicken.
The orange chicken?
The orange chicken.
What's
is
your
the signature dish.
what's your number one fast food spot?
I'll tell you this.
I know you're a
worked
healthy
at-
guy, but like,
Yeah.
I've been into like Raising Cane's a lot lately.
Ooh.
mm,
That's a new thing in LA. We just got those. But
Yeah.
it's supposed
the
to Palm
sauce goes
Springs.
crazy, right?
It's really good. The bread.
It's like
The
Texas
bread.
toast, right?
The bread is really good. I used to work at Subway. I've had like a year and a half there.
You were-
I would
you were
never
a
eat there
sandwich
again.
artist?
Yeah, I was a sandwich artist.
Were you nice with it? Like, were your sandwiches like head and shoulders above your peers?
Yeah. This is when they first started introducing that new bread. They had like different, like, you know, first it was like just white and wheat, and then
Yeah.
they started doing like
Italian.
10 grain, all that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I
Parmesan and
I
herb.
served it.
Yeah.
I served it.
He whipped up that work
Yeah.
behind the glass.
But
Yo, remix me a fucking meatball parm real quick.
we got robbed a lot though.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
how often?
It was on Orange. It was on Orange Avenue in Orlando, and it was open to like 4 a.m. I got robbed. I mean, while I was working, I got robbed twice.
You're a statistic, dude.
Yeah, but I hid in the freezer once,
Fire.
and then as I was leaving Subway, I stole like probably 400 Sub Club cards.
Nice.
And all the stickers.
So they
and
were
I ate.
robbed 3 times then.
And just like, were you like peddling them, or did you just come back and
I
like
ate.
eat?
I was like,
You were
I was like
eating.
borderline homeless at that point in my life, and I was kind of eating Subway.
You're
every
building a
day.
house, a
Bro, that's
structure out of rolls.
That's our origin story too.
Yeah.
We were so broke when we were trying to make it in fashion at first that we get the $5 foot long, 6
Yeah.
inches for lunch, 6 inches for dinner.
yeah.
Well, I did it for
Pause.
free.
I know you were fucking finessing hard than us.
And I actually traveled across country only eating Subway.
What?
Yeah.
What was your order? Or were you like, did you have to switch it up?
At that time I was kind of being vegetarian. I was like fake vegetarian. I was eating like cheese sandwiches at Subway. Maybe like they didn't have a patty. They had like this really bad patty. They're one of the originators of the veggie patty.
Sure.
It was like cold and it was like nasty. Like the new ones are so much better. I don't really eat veggie food anymore, but those patties were one of the worst. The old Subway veggie patties.
Damn, shout out Subway.
I was like fake vegan for like 6 years, from like 17 to 24.
Capping.
I called it freegan. It was like
wait, you were like dumpster diving?
Kind of like that. But I would actually do
whatever you could get.
If you could steal meat, you could eat it.
Honestly, that's a great policy.
That in turn hurts the industry. I feel
it's like vintage t-shirts, right?
Yeah. If you shoplift like meat, you can eat it. That's like the rules.
Yeah. You're an eco-terrorist.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got through the fit check.
Okay, so
the
Diplo
boots
has
are not
the
wearing.
boots. He's not wearing them. So you have toe spacers on.
Okay, so I got
going bare feet in the fucking.
I got toe
hotel-y.
separators. I got the socks.
Oh, you got socks on. Who makes the socks?
The socks are Nike running socks.
Shout out Nike.
What shoes you running?
The swoosh.
I was wearing the red boots for the podcast, but otherwise I've been running in Skechers.
Really? Those are Skechers, like shape ups.
Yeah, honestly, they're running shoes. I'm a kind of a run of shoe guy. Like I'm trying to figure out what the ones are right. And Brooks are great. Hoka are good.
Asics?
The Clouds are good, but those Skechers might be the best ones so far.
Are these the ones that make your booty gigantic?
No, they're softer. Maybe they're padded, and I have like arch support. I've been trying to get my feet right for this marathon.
Well, Kim Kardashian had the make your ass fat Skechers.
He's like the Joe Montana.
Remember those?
They like.
I don't know that, but I was running and I had a really good pace, and this girl passed by me, and she was running only on her toes.
Saw that.
I saw this on IG. Yeah,
and I was like, "What the?" And I ran faster and beat her for a minute, and then I had to go find a bathroom in Central Park, and then she beat me again. But I was like, I had a good pace. I had a good run.
All right.
Damn, a little pigeon on the bridge.
The pants
the pantalones.
are Gabbana pants. They doing. I'm going to Brazil this weekend. This will be in the past, I guess. But I'm going to Brazil, and Dolce Gabbana is sponsoring the Carnival float I'm playing. They dress all the major lasers. So these pants I wear a lot now.
Shout out D&G.
Got the big
Appreciate you guys not being racist.
This is Stussy.
Yeah.
Thing. They gave me this. I liked it. And then I have a shirt on from like, what's the name of this company? It's like they make comfortable shirts.
I don't know. Nike. What if you do a tag check?
Hanes?
Let's see how let me get up in this bitch.
They're like a comfortable like t-shirt company.
Like fucking Buck Mason. What is it?
Diplo is not just a fucking international citizen. He is a cotton citizen.
Oh, big fire, big comfortable tees.
Yeah, it's really comfortable.
Those are good for flying in.
Yeah.
What about the hardware? What about like the earring or any jewels?
Earrings are someone I made from like a dollar store. I don't even know.
Okay.
Like from Claire's or some shit.
Rings, chains. Are you a chain guy?
No, I had a bunch of like Cuban links and like baguettes back in the day, and I was like wearing them to my last country project. I had the style of like kind of like, I was kind of like a disco country cowboy, chained out. Because I mean, there's some guys that can pull it off, like
little Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, there's some you can do that. It's a hard one to do. Ric Flair, kind of like that.
Yeah, of course.
Guy Fieri had like crazy AP watches all the time.
Yeah,
your boy.
But I pulled that out a little bit, and now I'm like more like a Van Cleef and Arpels guy. Like only chains I really wear.
What about the panties? What are we rocking down there?
Damn, probably Calvin Klein.
I think I saw.
They did a deal with me once, and I just kept wearing the same pairs.
And the Neosporin on the taint.
Actually, I couldn't find Neosporin. It's off-brand.
Oh no, shit. Dude! It's the Neosporin Reed brand.
This one came in a little. It came in like a little packet. I don't know. I can find it for you.
They got to know this man's got a big ass taint, dude. We need the fucking full tube.
Is it called taint? That's what it is.
Yeah.
What's grundle?
That's grundle, taint, cornhole ridge.
I think taint is a woman's and a grundle is a man's.
What is it
Not
for?
That we're
that
about
part.
this.
It's just like.
What is it for?
It's for your pleasure. It's for separating your dick from your ass.
Yeah, it's like because you don't shit where you eat.
But it's like a weird area. It's like there's like it's some little skin there. I don't know sure what the surface of purpose. It just fucks up when you run.
Yeah.
So
when you bike too.
Yeah.
If you were to get us the fucking packet of used off-brand Neosporin used on your taint, could have sold that shit on eBay for like $1,000.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's got to be some freak out there.
My whole management company is hiding in my bathroom doing like Zoom calls right now, so I can't get it. But
shout out Andrew.
And we're sipping on Saratoga.
Yeah.
And that is a complete fit check and drink check. So let's do the show.
I'm also hitting this thing too, the Mother Earth juice press.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Thomas. So sorry, not Thomas, but I will call you Thomas.
Oh man,
damn! Wait, is that for real?
Wes Diplo. No, we are getting some more country music this year from Thomas Wesley.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
So if you had the Dallas Buyers Club kind of Ric Flair, Ashley Schaefer look last time,
that's good.
What are the country ass fits going to be in chapter 2?
This one's more just normal workwear, kind of regular
blue
guy.
Collar.
Yeah, a little blue collar
Like,
because
what are you talking, like double knees and fucking work shirts?
there's some like I think some of the press photos. Well, I'm pretty shirtless. And I'm just wearing like double RL like jeans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I have like some waiters in one of the shots.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Waiters are really cool. Actually, because I went down to my dad's house and we just shot like my life. We shot the first one was kind of like I'm doing country.
Is that
I
music
live in
video?
LA, and this is I'm wearing like fat.
Yeah,
I
it's a
wore,
character.
I bought a bunch of awesome. You know what I love about country fits are the the Manuel the
Nudie suits.
nudie suits.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who
Post Malone style.
Yeah, Fort Lonesome made a bunch of me. There's like 2 companies that are doing them, and they're really expensive suits. And they're one-offs, but they're work
Beautiful.
smart.
They're
works
fire.
smart, yeah.
So I did like 5 of those. We did one for the Elvis movie. We did just that was like I love that style. And some girls still do like Sierra Fair. Like there's a lot of women that really rock those, like Nikki Lane, and there's a bunch of women that are doing those kind of suits and rocking the shows. But this one, I went down to my dad's house and we just shot at like where he owns a trailer park near Daytona. It was like fishing, and we used to shrimp there, and like he shoots gators and stuff. So we just kind of did like my life, and we shot.
So like that
kind
music
of
video
stuff.
Wasted, like that's kind of like how you grew up,
Yeah,
just like in
that's
the
like-
in the
that's-
swamp.
That's fully like that was shot in Miami though. I couldn't believe that
Okay.
little area was part. It's like no one, all the Uber drivers took us there. They were like, we never heard of this. It was a weird part of like North Miami,
Learning about their own
but
city.
it is very like Central Florida.
Well, we already got Kodak Black on the lead single.
Mhm. Shout
Who are,
Project, baby.
who are some other all-star names on this album?
This will be out when it comes out, so
Yeah.
it'll be we've got Sturgill Simpson.
Ooh.
Okay.
We've got
Big
Dove
Sturge.
Cameron and Sturgill together on a song. That's the next one. We've got Jesse Murph and Polo G. We've
Damn.
got some new country artists. There's a girl named Lily Rose, and there's an amazing girl named Morgan Wade. She's from Kentucky. She's all tatted up, and she's like kind of like
Sick.
outlaw girl.
Nice.
And that the first one's it's going to be 6 records or 7
Okay.
records.
Oh, so tight little
EP?
album.
Yeah, country music. You just drop a bunch of songs, and we think that we have 30 demos. We're like, let's release the 6 strongest ones. And make
Fire.
videos for all of them.
Kodak Black, personal favorite of the podcast. What's
Mhm.
something about him that might surprise people?
Uh,
You worked with him a bunch.
yeah, we only did 3 days total, but I just think he might be one of the best like artists.
Yeah.
Greatest love
around.
songwriter of our generation.
True
He loves
genius.
he does the love songs. He had Miami bass records back in the day. He he wrote so much in jail, and when that was like the first session he did out of jail. He did Kendrick right away.
First day out, you got to go Kendrick.
Yeah, he did the Kendrick, which did some bunch of interludes, and people were mad.
Oh, yeah.
Kendrick fans were mad. And I was like, bro, this is the guest guy represents everything about hip hop music.
Right.
Kodak is the voice.
This man also did his time.
Yeah, like he's the voice. I mean, Kendrick didn't even
Trump got him out of
Kendrick
jail,
didn't even
right?
entertain that those comments. He was just
Right.
like, this album
Yeah.
is my album. This is my message.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really criticize people for putting people on the records. But we did a bunch of records right out of jail, and he had done all these he was working on but just his like chest. Like he was making beats and drums in
Oh,
jail.
wow.
Like, so he had like
Lunch
these-
table style.
He came with a shoebox full of lyrics, and just like I this one like went
Like
through
loose leaf from jail?
thumb through them, and weights that he just did on his chest. I recorded with an iPhone mic, and then we put him in the booth, and I just made that.
Holy shit. What?
And we did 3 other songs like that, like very acoustic.
Right.
We did one rocking song, and then we have a bunch of other demos we were sitting on that are more darker and more country-ish. So he has a bluesy tone.
Yeah.
you know?
Incredible.
On the way over here, I was listening to Diplo presents the Gucci album from like I don't know when the fuck that was,
Yeah.
like 2005.
Free Gucci.
Free Gucci. We get a fucking Kodak
Those
free already,
shirts
but
are
like
sick. We did free Gucci shirts that came with a mixtape, and they're like, maybe been to Barnes and Nobles, and they have like the famous writers, and they're drawing like this calligraphy drawing.
yeah. Wall
We
Street
did that
Journal.
with Gucci, and it was like a really rare shirt. I don't know if they're even like on sale, but
We run it back with Kodak.
Yeah, dude.
might. Maybe do a
Sniper
mixtape.
gang.
I mean, he's way more complicated now because people have deals, and
Right.
because he's so valuable when a record comes out with Kodak. But he's so easy to work with. His team is great. He's obsessed with like the white culture. That like with the video, he had the best time ever to shooting the video with us.
Fucking
He
getting
loved the
wasted in the
girls.
swamp.
Yeah, and he was just like he was there from like to the end. He was rocking. He made best friends with everybody. The driver, Kodak and Co. were like
Right.
After that, it was just the guy is one of the most personable,
The people's champ.
nicest people. It's like he's put the work in. Like he's really hard working. He has a hard time. He's like always targeted as when he's driving around, and he has to smoke black and mild. He can't smoke weed because it's a federal crime.
Right.
So he has to smoke black and milds. And he moved. I think he's trying to move to Arizona because it's easier for him. But his parole is like difficult.
Damn, dude.
Gotta get him on
He's
the
balancing
podcast.
it
We'll,
out.
we'll fly to Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean, the fucking the album star-studded. Obviously, like your entire Rolodex is just like nothing but A-listers, B-listers, C-listers,
Bangers
everybody.
only.
Who's the artist you like hanging out with the most? Just like on a one-to-one personal level.
This is a funny question because I haven't hung out with him in a long time. But I'll tell you most entertaining sessions you'll ever have are with Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Really?
He's the funniest person in the world. Like he's just a comedian, and him and Anderson .Paak and him and Phil the Smeezingtons. I remember working with them back my first sessions ever, and then seeing him in clubs or bars, and just the guy like he just has like the one-liners right away, and he's just fucking bawling laughing.
I mean, he's an entertainer at heart, right? I mean,
he's very funny. He's
Short
very
guy's got to
funny.
be funny.
Yeah,
He's
it's
very
true.
funny. Both those, him and Anderson, are really funny. DJ wise, the personalities are not always there, but the rappers are always funny. If they trust you, Snoop, for instance, we did a whole album together many years ago, and every time I see him, he's got stories to tell, and
Of course.
he's one of the top tier
That's Unk.
creators of our generation.
Oh, absolutely.
That's top
dude.
Unk.
That's goat status.
He's really special. Yeah, those are my two favorite probably.
What can you tell us about the new Major Lazer album coming this year?
That is going to be out like March, April. That's going to be just a specific genre of music.
Okay.
I'm a piano.
Oh, wow.
It's South African music. It's with Major League, and it's our take on that with a bunch of South African artists. And that's kind of like the music that's happening right now in the clubs in Africa.
Oh, word. Okay.
So I'm a piano.
All right. Well, Major Lazer is named after a one-armed Jamaican zombie war commando, right? Whose mission is to set the universe free using music. How close are you guys to accomplishing that mission?
Yeah. We're on the back burners at the moment.
Okay.
We did 12 years of music. I mean, that concept came out of like a really drunk night.
You don't say.
And then it was funny. We had a bag. It was me, my manager at the time, Kevin, and this guy Switch, who was a producer with me. We had a bag of names that I wrote, and they were just random Jamaican names like Admiral and Mackerel, like, whatever, Cuddy, and like the things. There's like basically a random Jamaican name generator. There was the Wu-Tang one.
Yeah,
for a while?
exactly. The same shit. Yeah.
General Aki.
Yeah, there was a bunch for, we just put them on a bowl, and then we
Wagwan
picked Major and
Lucini.
Lazer.
Sergeant Patty.
And we put it together, and it was like, okay, I guess that's the project, and the name turned into the story and became. The concept for the first album was cool. The artwork was amazing. It was like gatefold, and you saw like this animation, and we loved, Lemonius, who was a dance hall illustrator back in the 80s, and we just kind of took his style and did this sort of comic book anime version of dance hall heroes, and it was awesome. The videos were like that, and the whole project was just a mess. Like we did, like Eric and Wareheim did the videos back in those days, and it was just chaos.
Do you miss that, like free form chaos?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about doing weird videos that sometimes it does work. For instance, sometimes it doesn't, and people are like turned off by the videos. They're like, "What is this?" We had a song called "Bubble Butt" with Bruno Mars.
Bubble Butt.
And the video was so weird that it kind of bombed the song.
No!
Yeah, it was just too weird.
All the video hoes were wearing those Skechers make your ass fat.
It was one of the craziest videos, and then that was our thing. We're just like,
with the video bombed the
sabotage yourself.
But it was a really big pop kind of hip hop song that like we just done a video with like girls, pool and cars,
champagne.
Would have been easy, but we were taking the different road always. We're always the guys doing something.
Doesn't
different.
pay to take risks,
but it pays off in general with what we do. Like we just did everything risky. Like a record like "Pawn the Floor" was like a total record, and that was like not even a single, and that became our biggest record of that album.
Really?
And Beyonce ended up sampling it. And it became a huge hit for us because we took all the chances on that record and we made a video that was crazy for that one. So it did work on that record. With a record that was more formatted to be hip hop, it was just, we should have gone with that demographic.
A little bit of a double-edged sword when it comes to the experimentation.
But you do a lot of those, and you're going to win more often than not.
Right.
And people are going to remember you for being the ones that took chances.
Totally. Bigger the risk, bigger the reward.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Who's an artist you've never worked with that maybe one day you would love to get together and make some art with?
This question is so tired. And
Yo, you don't know how much of a famous listener base we have. Somewhat, you might be speaking directly to.
I mean, everybody is very accessible at this point.
For you.
Speak for yourself, bro.
But in the end, my first DM conversation was probably like early days of Instagram. I remember I saw Chuck D followed me.
Oh shit!
So I was like DM'd him like, "Yo, I love you," and we met and we hung out, and I was like,
"That's."
I was like, that was the minute I was like,
"What did you guys do?"
We were on tour together.
So
we talked about doing a record together. We never did one.
You're like, wait, what if I do this with other artists and other bitches?
Like, but the thing was, Instagram DMs were so good at creating something. Like that's it's crazy. Artists that you never know about, like, because you have to find A&R and the relationship's not real. But then it became like, I just talked to you. Like even Dove Cameron, I just DM'd her. I was like, yo, I'm a fan. Will you come do a record with me?
Yo,
we
you
went
up?
to Paris.
Trying to hit the stew.
Yeah, so it works.
So if you had to answer our terrible fucking question,
well, I'm gonna say Rihanna because I think for Major Lazer, a project that it works really well, and like I think we do something great with her, or BTS, or some artist that could do.
You're gonna have to wait another like 7 months at least,
Yeah.
But we I've done studio with her a couple of times. She's cool. She likes our projects. It just, I mean, I should edit this out. She's not going to put a record out, but I mean, she was just already an artist that was like, even when you work on records as a songwriter, you kind of work on like, this could be for Beyonce or Rihanna because those are the two artists that do take risks. They do challenging records.
Two goats.
They do hits. And even if you don't make their album, which I made a bunch of Beyonce records for their albums, those records are going to be quality for whatever you do.
Yeah.
So if you aim for those, I always thought like you aim for those big projects and then take them for yourself, which I've done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every record I've done, it was always to be sold to a bigger artist. And then when they don't take it, I put it out myself and we win.
Shoot for the moon, Beyonce,
Exactly.
Land on the Stars, Diplo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
That was always the story with Lean On. You know, I played it for Rihanna and she didn't like it.
Really?
We put it out ourselves.
And now it's the biggest fucking song of all time.
But it wasn't like it wouldn't make sense for her at the time, but I was like, this would be perfect for you to do.
How did she turn it down? Like with tact, or was she like, this is dog shit?
Well, there's a funny story, and people rinse me on this because we did a session together, and I played her other records in that same vein, and some of them were reggae records we were doing because we had done Get Free. It was a really cool record at the time, and I loved the sound. And she was like, Diplo, why are you playing this airport reggae? And I always tell the story, and people always say like, you know, they were dissing me but she was being funny at the time, and it was a funny comment. I always loved that comment.
Airport reggae, dude. That's a great genre.
It was already in like a magazine that someone rinsed me, and they always dig it up and find it and bring it back. Like, we're gonna hate you.
We do no research.
But I was like, the comment was a joke between me and her.
But you were like, all right, let me bring this to a Swedish girl named Mo.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, Mo already sung it, and we just like didn't think it was maybe bigger than her.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And in the end, her voice was so special that it made the record really special. So you don't know. And our biggest hits with Major Lazer, besides Cold Water having Justin Bieber, was Mo had a billion streams and Light It Up with Nyla, who's like an unknown artist from Jamaica too. So nothing's guaranteed with a pop star anymore either.
True.
Sometimes like Miley, she's been on a hiatus for a while, and she came out with a solid record. Her voice sounds better than ever. So you can do it, but you know, other times how many records have you? I'm not going to name pop stars, but they just go. You don't even hear them.
Yeah,
they drop, and then they're gone. You know,
it's quiet out here for pop stars. Let me ask another rinsed ass question. What's the most played song on your Spotify?
On my Spotify,
yeah,
me playing records.
No, just like what do you listen to for yourself?
Oh. Well, you know, I looked at my years ending. It was so random.
You're Wrapped.
Yeah, my Wrapped.
Did he post it? Or were you like ashamed?
No, it was cool. It was like some Bad Bunny. I was on tour with him.
Bad Bunny.
Yeah, he was good. There was a lot of like random African vintage records, like stuff from like Zambia. That just was like, I like this record. Yeah, Zamrock stuff. There was like a bunch of country stuff, like random The Wood Brothers, and there was like dancehall records. It was just everything.
What's your screen time in general? Because like you're seemingly,
I like to just put on radio. I find a record that I'm like, oh, this is interesting. As a producer, I like if it's house music, I go to radio and just hear
on Spotify.
Yeah, hear all the music. There's an app I love. Let me cough real quick. There's an app I love called Radio with 4 O's. Have you guys heard it?
No.
And you just pick a continent or a state or a country, and you pick a decade, and then they play random records that are from that decade. You pick fast, slow, or weird, and then you can make a whole like playlist of different countries and different decades.
Shout out Radio with 4 O's.
Shout out Radio.
Yeah.
What's your screen time in general? It's like 24 hours.
Yeah, 24 hours. I have it just on my face when I sleep. It's a lot more than I want it to be, but the job takes it.
What percentage?
I wish I could do more. You know, I barely check my emails. Like,
well, you have a whole fucking team for that.
No, but I got my emails. I got to check. Like my team.
Dude, no way.
Like deals I got to look at, or
that's
like
the first thing you give
demos.
to some fucking.
I got to listen to mixes of. Like I have to listen to mixes. I have to send.
That's true.
I have to send files to people. I got to like actually
just get the AI.
I'm still a producer. I'm still like I have to dig up my computer, open the files, send stems. Like I have to do all that stuff every day.
What percentage of your screen time is on Raya?
Good question. Not much. I've been in New York's crazy. It's too busy.
Yeah.
There's like nothing. There's no downtime.
Yeah.
I'm literally like,
it was New York Fashion Week and shit.
Yeah.
So.
I'm like literally, I got here at the end, so I missed most of Fashion Week. I'm like lucky to get to bed by like 11. So I was trying to wake up early and run. I went to bed at like 1 a.m. and I woke up at 8.
You're
and I was
cock
like,
blocking yourself.
Yes. I was mad. I was really trying to hang out, but I picked the run instead.
Picked the marathon.
Yeah.
Do you listen to your own music when you fuck?
No.
Oh, really?
Come on, dude.
I don't. There is one playlist I made called The Worst Songs to Have Sex With too.
What's
I gotta hear some of these.
It's so good. It's so fire. I'm
gonna
dig it up for you guys right now.
Bangers.
Like,
this one, if you can
Jackie, I'm sorry.
if you actually have sex to this, like,
congrats.
You're a
stud.
You're a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
If you could have sex in spite of these tunes.
Is it like Jerry Seinfeld stand up?
That's on there. No, the song is the theme song's on there.
Oh, hell yeah. Little Chris Rock, no sex in the champagne room, just beating cheeks to a fucking stand-up routine?
It's
All right,
got,
what's on this? Okay, here we go.
The first song on there is Angel by Sarah McLachlan. It's got Reading Rainbow theme song.
Ooh, banger.
Cotton Eye Joe, Rednecks. The Wii Sports theme song.
Wow.
So that's a hit, dude.
Have you ever tried to fuck to this?
Yeah, I have. I was on mushrooms. I didn't. I did. I finished it.
Yo, if
God Bless
Nintendo
America
is listening,
by Lee Greenwood.
Wait,
Don't
so
sue us.
you successfully smashed to the worst songs to fuck to.
Yeah, Yoho, A Pirate's Life for Me is a good one on there.
So the playlist, can people find this in public?
Yeah.
The
Maybe
worst songs to have sex to.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you guys.
Thank you.
Dude.
Damn, dude.
Is there
I love it.
is there any Diplo on there?
I'm looking. No, there's a Kids Bop version of Thrift Shop by Macklemore.
Oh, wow.
What about the OG Matt? What about the OG?
Taps. No, the Kids Bop one's Taps is a good one.
Yo, banger, dude.
And if you can get to this is 30 songs in. So if you
I
get to
play
this
taps
one,
when I bust too soon.
yeah, if you can get to this one, like this is a
You're a stud.
really. You should be doing porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, Raven theme song from That's So Raven. Yeah, it's a good one.
Damn, dude. You got jokes, bro.
Yeah.
This man fucks and got jokes.
Yeah.
Shout out Diplo.
What's
If the girl comes back, then she's also crazy too.
Yeah.
If she can last through that, you're just like,
fell into my trap.
It might be the wifer.
Yo.
That's just crazy.
If she asks you to run it back, wife her, dude. 100%.
So I know she's the one.
Yeah.
She's in it for the dick. Diplo. What song from your plethora of hits do you hate hearing? Like it comes on at the club,
number one.
comes on the
Worst.
fucking airport, in the PJ, comes on the girls' worst songs to have sex to
Yeah, if it
playlist.
goes on that playlist, I gotta rethink my life. But
Yeah.
honestly, it's not. I've always been proud of like the records I've made. I had like a couple of years stint where I'm in LA just trying to make pop songs with people.
Yeah.
That I produced, and I'm not like they're not my song, and
Right.
I'm kind of like a little bit of some of the records. They're not great. But
the fucking bag was nice.
But that was a job. Like I was DJing and making money on my own terms and on my own shows. I had to grind. Like I had to do like everything else. I was in LA, I had a kid there. I had to make money, pay rent. I had to write songs. But the worst thing is when you just hear a mix as a DJ, as a producer, I hear like mixes of house records that I made that I just hate that mix.
Oh, someone butchered your shit.
Yeah. Like I hate the mix. I'm like, oh, I wish the drum, why the fuck did I let that kick go? Or like whatever it is. And you're like, ugh.
So are you able to like have fun in the club, or are you like fucking
No,
analyzing
it's
the
like-
music?
I like to go see DJs that I want to hear, like
Okay.
that I'm interested in. Like, what's this guy gonna play? I
Right.
want to hear what's the crowd gonna feel like. I love doing that, but then I do get bored after a little while. You know,
Is Hank Corson the next Diplo?
Hank Corson's pretty close. I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
He's
Spicy white boy.
He rocks a party.
Yeah.
He's
Is he the
a stud.
is he your Stussy plug?
Yeah.
He had my Stussy plug, 100%.
Wait,
I was like, I didn't know Stussy was making clothes again. And Hank's like, every time I see Hank, he's Stussy.
Bro, not just
Stussy
clothes.
is
Like,
gas.
Stussy is
yeah,
back.
they're really dope.
Shout out Stussy.
They made a sick drug rug the other day. That was really cool.
Was it the Phillies?
no, they
drug
were-
rug?
Or
was
it was the
Phillies?
Eagles.
Or Eagles? Sorry, my bad.
No, they made one that was like a white one. It wasn't from that game. That's from like a Mexican dude in LA. But
Not
that was a good one.
Stussy to be
I
clear.
burned that one after walking
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
It was sad.
Bad
It was
juju.
sad.
Condolences.
Yeah.
You know what happened? I went to like the Fanatics box and I hung out with Kevin Hart and I go, "We got this, man." He goes, "Don't say that. You fucking jinxed us. Don't fucking say that." He was so mad I said
Yo,
that.
you did though.
And it might have
He
been
was
my
right.
fault.
Yeah, 100%. We should blame you.
Diplo. If anyone from Philly's listening, Diplo
It wasn't the
lost
refs. It wasn't the
chip.
sod. It was fucking Wes.
Yeah,
You heard
bro.
it here first. Fucking this guy. Not a team player, bro. What the fuck?
Damn.
We got in your own way in terms of being an Eagles fan. How often does like being really fucking hot get in your way as an artist, where people are like
Oh man.
not taking you seriously because they
Yeah.
just want to fuck you?
Yeah.
Or
So
like-
difficult.
Yeah.
It's hard out here, but I just make it. I just make it work, man.
Yeah, hot
Just make
face
it work.
privilege.
Yeah, just make it work. Just make it. Use my good looks to
Yeah. If you were uglier, you might not be more successful, obviously, but like your output might be better.
Yeah,
Right? Who's to say?
I'd spend less time chasing girls probably, and I'd just be in my ugly studio being ugly and focus on the music a
Making
lot
bangers,
more.
dude.
Yeah, I'll be way better producer.
Yeah.
Producing is like not that fun. It's like not that cool. It's a pretty dorky like pastime. Like,
Yeah, but you enjoy it,
for,
right?
It's for nerds.
I don't enjoy it that
What?
much.
Really?
I like to write records with people. I like to sit in a studio and I like to like, let's get a guitar and like
The
let's talk about
collaborative
things. I love
process.
that. I hate because that's like the tip of the iceberg. Like I've been working with Labyrinth on the new LSD project and like writing with him in the room, we write 20 songs in like 20 hours. It's so much fun. He's like, it's so creative, but that record has to be special. It has to sound special.
Mhm.
Like he's a special guy and he makes records sound weird and unique. So it takes like 6 months to make things sound interesting. And I'm like going back and I'm like hearing music on the side. I'm like, I fucked the game up. I got to change it again. And
Yeah.
now producing is not that special. When we were doing Jack U and
Mhm.
the beginning of the LSD project, everything was so good. It was a high level of production. Like people were really excited about sound. Sound design was great. Skrillex was like at peaking at that time. And like everything sounded great. I was always turned on. And now it's like pop is a little more flatter in the production. Songwriting might be a little cooler at the moment, but the producers are kind of like, they're not being that progressive anymore.
Okay.
So, but I think
There's a formula.
But this LSD project, I was really interested in making it sound super unique and weird and being pop records. So, but that takes a lot of time. Like Major Lazer, when I did this song Get Free, or even Lean On. Lean On was a record we wrote, a reggae beat, super slow, not special at all. I just knew the hook was really nice and it was like really long. It was 130 BPM. And I sat on it and one of my managers was like, that was a good hook. And I brought it back and I talked to DJ Snake. He had just had a hit, but this 100 BPM thing was happening. I love what he was doing. I was like, can you help me do some drums for this? We did it, changed the whole song, rewrote it, resung it. Maybe 35, 40 versions later, it became the song you heard.
Right.
But that was like a 2.5 year process. So
Damn.
The song, we wrote it in one night, but the 2 years to make it sound how it was, because it had to be special. And
That's when you're locked in.
and it has to be special and it has to be current. And we're always, at least Major Lazer project, we always wanted to have things, we have to predict what sound's going to be because we always ahead of ourselves. Sometimes it's too weird. Like we're talking about piano music, like the African music. We've done a bunch of African EPs and we're always a little early. We were the first, we had Burna Boy and Mr. Easy all on our record like 5 years ago, and African music was still unknown for people. So
Yeah.
if we had waited a little bit, let the scene settle a little bit, go to Nigeria more often, work with the guys, write more with the guys.
So is it the curse of
Bigger.
foresight then to some degree?
It is 100%. Like this piano, I'm like project. I mean, we're still
You're like, it's gonna bomb. I know it.
well, it's not gonna bomb, but it's like we're not
Give it time.
It's still, African music's difficult because a lot of times it's insular in Africa and Europe. It's really big in Europe, but in America, it takes a lot more grinding for like those artists to come here and break
I mean,
through.
we had DJ Spinell on the podcast, and we were fucking instant fans of the man and the music.
Yeah.
So it's.
I'm not sure I would have heard that music otherwise.
It is hard being ahead of the curve.
It is, and it's like also hard because African communities, like if Mr. Easy played a show in say Winnipeg, Canada, or Burna Boy, whatever. Burna Boy had big shows in America, but another artist, say, I'm trying to think of another guy that was kind of in that level, or I'm a piano guys. But the African community in Canada, like they go and sell out like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 capacity rooms.
They support.
If you go to LA, there's not a lot of Africans.
Oh, I see.
And so there's not in the demographic, the diaspora is not connected in a way. So it's more of an underground thing or a hipster thing. And then you have some pop people go see WizKid or whatever, but Houston, big shows, Atlanta where there's Africans.
Right.
But the rest of the country is not turned on to it. It's like there's like you have to be in the know. In Europe, it's integrated into the clubs.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
France does, great Afro music.
It's woven into the fabric
Sweden,
of
it's
society.
different. There's more of a world idea. Like music's everywhere. Here, the demographics are kind of like insular. So it's difficult in America, but I think some records are going to break through. Burna Boy had, he's constantly blowing my mind with great records.
I mean, he's a fucking beast,
Yeah.
bro.
What do you think is Skrillex is?
And then, of course, what the fuck was the last one? Oh, Rema had a huge record and then calmed down and he put Selena Gomez on it to get the white girls to figure it out.
Right.
What do you think of Skrillex's new look?
The new look. I mean, someone said he looks
Jon
kinda
Snow
like
core.
Yeah.
Jon Snow is a good one. Someone said he looks like a Dominican barber or something. But
Yo, he does. That's facts.
he always had like a slick vibe. We were with him. His press photos are always like more renegade rock guy, but he always kind of looked like that when I was with him too. He kind of like sexed up a little bit too. Back in those days.
Really?
Now he fully sexed up. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember we used to go out and stuff. He could put some sex appeal on.
What he puts some like
He had
extra,
hosts.
extra
Skrillex has hosts.
I'm not gonna say no, but he doesn't not have hosts.
Right. I mean, he's fucking Skrillex.
Yeah.
You know that.
He's a charming guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he puts
He's a charmer.
extra gel in the hair, it's a big night for
Yeah.
Skrillex back in the day.
Facts.
I've seen the gel in the hair before though, pre this new project.
Right, exactly.
I've seen the hell.
Is there any place in the world you haven't been to that you want to visit?
Yeah. Antarctica.
Yeah.
So
You want to play there?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's what I was
Thank you.
No, I actually do. And some DJs have already been there and I'm kind of pissed. And
Like
my
someone had
friends.
played Antarctica?
Yeah, they played for Penguins.
Like you weren't the first.
I wasn't the first. I won't be the first.
Damn.
I'll go there. Space.
Space, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out, get your boy Elon on the fucking horn,
Right?
You got-
Blast
has he
this
been on the
man
show
fucking
yet?
into the stratosphere.
Has he been on the show?
He hasn't been on the show yet.
Have we had? No, we have not.
We said we'll only pod with you from space,
I
Elon.
thought-
You got his
I'm
number?
only doing this because they said Elon's been on here.
Oh,
well,
sorry, dude.
yeah.
Wait,
No,
do you
there-
have his number?
I do. You want me to give it to you guys?
Sure,
WhatsApp?
yeah.
Okay. He'll use a signal.
Oh, well, that
Of
makes
course.
sense.
Is he what's like the biggest, like obviously you have a lot of famous friends, but like is there someone crazy in your phone like Elon level? Like you got Obama?
I don't, but I have Kamala Harris.
Oh, okay.
What do you
That's
guys
a weird
text
flex.
about?
We texted.
Yeah, weird flex, but okay,
I
dude.
did some promo for her and Biden back in the day.
She's like, hey, Diplo, tell me if Kodak Black's smoking weed.
Yeah. I'm trying to pull up and put him in cuffs.
She's the ops.
I want the big collar.
Dude, 100%, bro. She
I
loves
think
the
Kamala
ops.
would be down with
Yak
Kodak
smoking
because
some-
she dated Montel Jordan.
Really?
Yeah, dude, you didn't see these pictures?
No.
They were just circulating. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I remember that when she first got. I was already like doing my research on her.
You're like, oh, you dated Montel endorsement company.
Yeah,
You'd
I was
say
like,
less.
Well, okay, so Antarctica or space or where you want to visit,
Yeah.
but you are traveling
Oh, the
around
bottom of the ocean too.
the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
You gotta
That's cool.
text James Cameron. Do you
Yeah,
have James
dude.
Cameron's number?
Yeah, it's in the works.
Okay.
Hell
So,
yeah.
Avatar. Diplo stars in Avatar 6.
Yeah,
Can you write a song in Navi?
I'm doing Davi on Duolingo.
There you go.
Yeah. You learned it?
It's on there. I saw it's on there.
It really is.
Yeah, and so is
Yo,
Elfish.
stop the nerds,
It's a
bro.
full
This-
language.
No, there's a bunch of stuff like random.
But that's
Like
a use.
Elfin?
Yeah, the one from Lord of the Rings on there. There's enough.
This
of that.
is so useless. If you're going to better yourself, don't you want to like? It's not. They're not real languages.
Yeah, but you can probably talk to more people in
Have you ever
Elf.
heard the story of World War II? How the pilots were always getting deciphered by German soldiers, and they finally started communicating in Navajo language, and that's how we.
Oh, right.
There's a Nick
That's the
Cage
only
movie
way.
Yeah.
about that.
we
Wind
need
Talkers.
talkers.
So what about Navi or?
But those are real. But, yeah, but the Navajo are real people. That's my point.
They're people.
There's no elves.
And Navis are or whatever the fuck they're called.
Okay,
I
but
don't watch baby
but language
movies.
is just code for it.
Sure,
At the same time, so
Okay.
It's like speaking Latin.
yeah.
I doubt any of the nerds learning
Pig
these
Latin.
languages on Duolingo are in the U.S. military. That's
Okay,
my
so
point.
my
I
point
think
is,
that the U.S. military has some Navi speakers. For sure.
all right.
absolutely. So Diplo, when you are traveling around the world, my
Mhm.
question is, how do you not get wild diarrhea all the time, or
This is a great question.
do you have wild diarrhea all the time?
This is a great question. I've had
Thank
a
you.
couple bouts of diarrhea.
Our
People-
condolences.
People just hit me recently because they were like, Bob Moses is in India. They hit me like, yo, I thought it was like going to be at collab or something. They were like, no, hey, we're in India. How do you not get diarrhea? We're trying to learn. And I've seen you there. I was like, I'll be honest with you. I've been to India many times. I've been there since I was like 20 years old. I actually was in a really poor part at the time, and there wasn't a lot of bottled water back then.
Right.
I did drink water, and I was in and out of getting sick. And I go to Bali a lot. I go to Mexico a lot. I do brush my teeth with the water.
Oh, really?
I microdose the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Get
I
the
think-
immunity.
Get the
I think,
gut
I
right.
think I do have a really strong gut at this
Okay.
point. And I eat I love eating a lot of spicy food and a lot of local food. And I just try to make my best times at it. I haven't had sick stomach for a while.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
But I think you do. I probably had parasites.
Yeah.
Probably a tapeworm
There's a
in there.
Yo, don't speak about your team like that, bro.
There's a Diplo strain for sure. Well, when you're on the road and you run out of undies, do you do laundry? Do you buy new ones, or do you just rock the poopy draws?
Underwear doesn't take a lot of space in your bag, so you can overdo it.
Okay.
So I can.
Do you pack like you're going to shit your pants twice a day?
I pack 8 pairs. I'm gone for 8 days.
Oh, really?
Oh, that
Yeah.
seems like you don't even have one spare on deck of Lucy.
I
God forbid.
have 10. I just realized because she's washing them
Okay.
now too. I sent my sister to wash the underwear,
Okay.
but you can
So you do
always-
laundry.
Thank God
So you
I was
do,
so scared.
you do
But
laundry.
you can buy like I know the Calvin Klein underwear always fits me a certain way, and I can just go buy. It's like $10
Right.
to buy a pack of
I mean,
two.
most underwear fits like like
Yeah,
large,
It's
medium,
pretty easy.
whatever. You know, it's pretty.
So we're not
it's
confirmed not rocking poopy draws.
no cookie draws.
okay.
You know, I did run today. I was telling you the truth, and I did have to poop, and it was really hard to find a public bathroom. in
Oh,
New
it
York
wasn't to
City.
take a little pee pee. That was a
Poo-poo.
dookie.
Yeah,
I think there's an app for that. Would you just like
Yeah.
nearest public bathroom? Apple stores are good.
are you
Hotels.
serious?
Yeah. I think it's called
Oh, but
iPoo.
I was in the park. I was deep in Central Park. I was
just go into the fucking bushes.
like, nah,
Yeah,
what are you
bro.
gonna wipe with?
Leaves.
I've done that before. It's not. You might get poison ivy.
A sock.
Yo, that'd be rough.
Yo, then you need
Take a sock off and just run barefoot the next 9 miles.
I don't know, dude.
I'm giving you a real answer. I'm
That's
trying
why I
to-
don't run.
I mean, your taint's already fucked up at that
Yeah.
point. It's like
just,
might as
just
well.
put
If
poop
anything,
leaf on my
fucking
taint
your-
and just get a fucking disease at that point.
fucking
Give
your
up.
foot up might take
Just
your
go
mind
the whole
off your
thing. Just
taint.
give up on everything.
I mean,
Yeah.
your asshole's been more places than fucking. It's been to Timbuktu and back. I'm sure that it has built up some immunity.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to put the poop and the poop leaf and the taint all mixed together. It was raw.
That's fair.
You want to raw dog the taint,
Yeah.
the leaf.
Okay.
A rock. Actually, that's what you're supposed to use. A very smooth rock.
Of smooth rock.
Yeah.
Like
I've done that
instead of
before,
like a
too.
skipping stone.
Yeah.
I did that. And I was in Auckland recently. I had to use a smooth rock. It was
Did you skip it after?
Yeah, I skipped it. It went far. It went like 20
Yeah.
skips. It like lubricated it a little bit.
Yeah, it made it more
Yeah.
aerodynamic
Yeah.
somehow. Well, you've been DJing and touring for a
How
few.
many questions do you have? It's just like I can't believe they're so crazy. Okay.
Yo, we're professional journalists, bro. Let
Yeah.
us do our job.
Is there gonna be a day where you hang up your jersey and stop DJing
Which-
and touring, and just chill, or are you just gonna go till you
Sports
die?
metaphor.
Yeah. I've been trying to like fall off for a couple of years now just to have that break, but it just keeps the fees
Ooh, I
getting,
needed that.
it keeps getting better fees, and the parties are different and the audiences
Right.
change, and I've
So
been
you-
lucky.
So you do it for the money.
Well, there's always the bag, but I do love the culture too.
Yeah.
But
The love of money.
but the money's better.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
sure, of course.
No, but I do. I would love to take a break. I think musicians are like athletes. We do have a peak time. We're like
Prime.
There's a
Are
prime.
we in peak Diplo right now?
No, I think DJs. I thought when I was younger that DJs would have like an end date.
Yeah.
But it turns out that they just get more popular as they get older.
No expiration.
Some of them do, but you have to be like a legitimate DJ.
Who's that guy in a
Like
beat
something
that's
like,
like 50?
I talked to A-Track a lot. I was on the management. I'm like,
Shout out friend of the show.
he's like he's more on the taste side of DJing. Like he's really like one of the most
Speaking of nerds,
he's nerdy as hell, but
Yeah.
his taste is perfect. Like he has a good. He's strong about his opinions.
That's why I came on the spot.
Me and him came from the same world. He just like loves the great things, and he's more. I think when you go to see him play, you're gonna be like, I want to get some fucking really distinguished, great music.
that's why people see him.
Yeah,
he's
and they're
told
not.
us so
He's not
much
like
on the show.
I'm not gonna go. I can go to Vegas. I can go to a country festival. I'm like,
Don't you have a residency or no?
yeah, I have a Vegas residency, but I'm actually interested in like doing different things. Like when I'm back if I was here a year ago, I would play like we'd go to like Upper West Side, like a Bronx party or whatever, and play like Dembo. I would be like, I'm down for that. We'll play some of the Major Lazer records. I'm trying to like always challenge myself. We're going from Daytona Beach on Friday. I'm playing the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
Hell yeah.
I'm going straight to Salvador to play Major Lazer in like Bahia for 1
The
million.
range.
Like that's going to be really difficult, and I'm not going to probably kill both those sets, but I want to try my best.
Right, of course.
Because they're like, that's sick.
Don't mix up your USBs and accidentally play the
Yo,
fucking
dude.
NASCAR in Brazil.
You would get
like
hate crimed, bro.
That would be a big,
In
big,
Daytona.
big flop.
Diplo murdered for playing
Yeah.
Havana music at fucking Daytona Beach.
I mean,
tar and feather you in the
Daytona is a
fucking-
different place you think, but my country playlist when I do like the Thomas Wesley show, it's going to be more. It ranges from like a lot of the country stuff I make, but then the golden era of like crunk hip hop really works.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like the good like Lil Jon and Roscoe Dash hooks, and then like some
Yin
new
Yang
records
Twins.
like hot any jock jam like hip hop records like a lot of Young Thug, and then disco country. Like
Okay.
9 to 5.
Oh, come on.
Jolene, records like that are like sing along. Disco in general, Fleetwood Mac, those records,
I mean,
you bank those.
these are
I love this idea of like
Eternal
you find
bangers.
this.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a cool. Renee said it was a cool wedding set
Yeah,
for really
basically.
cool people.
Yeah, dude. Drop a little shout. Sweet Caroline. Get the people.
Sweet Caroline
going.
was a big one
Come
at
on,
the
bro.
Guy Fieri one.
You know where you could have played a wedding, but you didn't, and we weren't going to bring this up, but we have to.
Mhm.
Diplo.
Oh, yeah, dude. I have a tweet from you. I don't know what the context was, but when I got married to my wife, who's a Texan, there's a little hashtag floating around called the Texas Wedding. And look at this fucking tweet I have from you, dude.
Sartoler, interesting. Is that you?
That's me. Sartorley Inc. Thank you.
Did I not get invited?
No, you didn't get fucking invited. I don't know you, dude. But I'm just saying,
Could have been my
I
fault.
got you.
I like going to weddings.
I got you
Yeah.
next time around.
Great
Yeah.
place to meet girls.
And this was before you were doing your
What
country
year is
culture
that?
vulture. This is
Culture Vultures.
this was 2019, brother. Before the
Oh
pandemic.
yeah, that was still pretty recent.
Old Town Road was played for the first time on that.
Came out until 2020, you're right?
Old Town Road
Bro,
was
you don't
premiered
think
at
I
his
did it?
wedding.
Yeah.
Really?
No, but it was
It was like
breaking.
bubbling, and I went to the DJ and was like, "Yo, play Lil Nas X Old Town Road."
That song, when
Drunk
that
as
song
fuck.
was hitting. That was a fucking hit.
I mean, dude.
And
that
then
song
he,
was hitting
he didn't
hard.
have it. I don't think it was on spot.
No, it was
Fire.
you
He didn't-
literally gave
It
him
was on-
SoundCloud
it was
on
on
your
sound.
phone.
He was big
Yeah.
SoundCloud guy.
I gave
It
him.
was
I had to give him my
Vine guy.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
When I brought him out to do it, I did the first live performance of that song ever. It was at Stagecoach 2019.
Went crazy.
Yeah, 2019 is when it dropped.
2000, it was insane. We brought out Billy Ray,
Right.
started
yeah.
with the guitar solo, started with a rap verse, and Lil Nas came out, and people were like, "What the hell?"
And you had the remix
Because
on the
Stagecoach,
first.
it was still like we got a young gay black guy on this stage
Right.
singing for all these people, and it was like,
Well, he was in the closet then. So
but it was still
no one knew. They just thought he was a young black guy.
really. It is. He was a young gay black guy.
And he was a
Maybe
Nicki
you didn't know what
Minaj
he was.
stan, so he was a barb,
But
so
at
he
the
could put two
time,
and two together.
it was a little bit wasn't even unique at all because I was a DJ too. I was like, actually, what the hell am I doing there? But in retrospect, that was not even special anymore because that's country's gone has so many awakenings in that last 3 years. It feels like with different kind of people and different kind of
Tractor Trap,
demographics.
baby.
Yeah, who's that kid that
Big
you
into
love?
it.
What's his
Big Wet.
No, not Big Wet. Shout out Big Wet, but no, that
love Big Wet.
Country Kid or Kid G.
Kid
the guy that
G.
kind of raps, white
Yeah.
White kid that raps. He had a song with Uzi.
He's dope.
Yes, that
Yeah.
fucking
He's
kid.
dope.
That
He's from
kid does.
Louisiana, right?
I don't know.
Like Baton Rouge or
I
something?
think he might be.
Like northern, like Shreveport or something.
Yeah, he just
he-
signed to Cash Money.
His
Is he really?
his big song is
That was
Teenage
joke.
Teenage Dream.
He's
I think.
dope though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
videos,
he's
videos are
fucking
cool. I like
sick, dude.
anything that's cultural. Like when the videos are like, I'm the homies, bro, like, on the lake, whatever. That's like
And it's all universal. He's like, yeah, I'm chilling with the homies on the lake, drinking beers and trying to talk to girls.
You can touch it. My favorite video, back in the days of hyphy was "Tell Me When to Go."
Oh,
right?
tell me when to
When you
go.
watch
Tell
that
me when to
video,
go.
I'm like, I want to move to the Bay Area right now.
Yeah.
I want to be part of all this.
Yeah.
And it was
Gas
like Lil
break
Jon,
dip.
it was like or my
Ghost
first, my
Ride the
first
Wheel.
obsession with hip hop videos probably Far Side, Pass Me By video, and then Souls of Mischief, 93 Till Infinity.
Come
That
on.
video, I wanted to like go to the base so hard. I was like, this is the perfect place.
Mhm.
Everybody skates, they're hippies, they listen to hip hop. I'm like, this is me.
Yeah.
I want to be
As
this
a white
person.
man, I'm going to fit in perfectly.
But there's so many white hippies
No,
doing
true.
hip hop in that area.
Yeah.
Like I think,
Mhm.
you know, and especially in that world, like there was, you know, the West Coast, we had DJ Shadow, Cut Chemist. We had like such a, it was a very integrated scene. Even Freestyle Fellowship, like there
That's
was
fair.
like, it was an integrated scene. The downtown scene, there was like a G-Funk and Snoop was different.
Mhm.
That was like the hood shit and the mainstream shit. And there was like an underground LA West Coast scene that everybody, I was like, it was very inclusive.
The biggest Asian rapper besides Jin from the Bay Area, Lyrics Born.
Yeah, Lyrics Born.
Shout
Never
out
heard
that
of
The T-Rex
yeah,
album.
half
They had that
Japanese
weird.
guy.
I listened back to the T-Rex album. It didn't age well because they had that one song where they're both rapping backwards in different headphones. The intro.
Oh, and there's one song where they like
Yeah,
there's a
it's
beat
crazy.
change. There's a beat change on every verse. Or something.
Yes,
It's
no,
like
that's
nine
Black
long.
Alicious.
That no.
They had that.
I think
song.
Black Ocean is a feature on the song, but it's like 9 features.
Yeah, but the Black List is one the tempo keeps changing.
The alpha. It's where he goes through the alphabet.
Yeah,
That's Papoose. Excuse me.
but that I'm not. That's,
That's
what is
Slaughter.
that? What is that crew from the DJ Shadow's crew?
As you said it, right? I don't know. It started with an L. I don't fucking know.
The T-Rex was Lyrics Born and Latif the True Speaker,
Okay.
but the Shadow had like a whole crew of like all the rappers that were there. They're all from Davis,
Let me
California.
fuck it.
I had a-
anything
I
yet?
bought a-
DJ Shadow, Indian.
That's the
Uncle?
First Google search.
Uncle?
No, just
No.
look up Soul Sides.
Soul
Sides.
That was the name of the crew. And they did parties. Like I remember I was in Orlando. They had a Soul Sides party. It was the T-Rex and
Damn,
DJ
names
Shadow
were so
played.
bad back then.
And Simon's.
Yeah.
It was good. It was like I was like the era.
Shout out
That was like Massive Attack was a big for me. Portishead, all
Mm-hmm.
those bands were like the begin what I want to make music because of those bands.
Plo, if you could only play one stage or
Plo.
festival for the rest of your life, what are you gonna
One
choose?
festival?
Yeah.
One kind of festival?
Yeah. No, just like one single festival is like,
Oh.
you know,
Coachella.
I have to pick the best festival.
Glastonbury.
for you. Is it like a club? Is it like
Damn,
a
no.
fucking
I mean, I think Burning Man.
yeah?
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
What are the best
Isn't that
drugs
the
to
worst
take
crowd?
at Burning Man?
Well,
Just
the
mushrooms?
drugs. There's all kind of drugs there you're gonna find, but they're gonna find very high quality drugs there
Mm.
because everybody's really rich.
Sure.
And they're not fucking around. They're testing the drugs.
Are there drugs that you experienced or saw that like haven't even fucking we've never heard of yet?
Yeah, new shit.
That are gonna like we're
Cooked
gonna hear
up
in
in
like
the
2
lab.
years?
There's one drug I did recently. I might talk about this. I was at a show. It was ADE, and they were like, try this. It's called it's named after a salad or something.
What? The Caesar?
The
It
Cobb?
was called
The Niçoise?
Yo, Papa Cobb. Bro.
Yeah, that's what that drug was called. I was like, oh, this is crazy.
Was it
Wait.
pink?
It wasn't pink. It was kind
Wasn't
of
pink.
brown.
Was it green?
Was it a crouton?
It was. I just did a line of croutons. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's just a crouton dust.
Damn, I haven't had carbs in 3 years. I'm
Yeah, holy
fucked
shit.
up off this.
Oh,
Wait,
man.
are you a burner?
I am a burner.
Oh, I hate you, dude. Why?
You know what? You go there once, you're gonna change your.
I used to work with
real
a ton of
quick.
burners. A bunch of like tech guys, and it's how they like cut loose.
Okay, there's a difference between guys that go to Burning Man and fucking Diplo at Burning Man.
I'm
Thing.
aware, but he just self-identified as a burner.
Get a life-changing
I got,
set.
you know what it is? You take me, and I'll fucking.
I had this girl, my creative director, Sarah Natoff. She was always like you, like, oh my God, I hate those people. I hate those selfies. I hate the girls that are there.
Yeah.
I hate the rich people. They're
The
so
steampunk
entitled.
vibes.
That's the worst. And then, okay, I'll go. And then like 2 days later, she's like, I know what it all means now.
Yeah. She
You ride your
quit.
bike. You just ride your. She quit. She's like,
Yeah.
left. She went back
Fuck
to bed.
you.
You
moving to
ride
the
your bike
desert.
out that first night. And you just like you don't have to be on drugs. You just ride your bike out there and you just see the endless lights and the music coming from everywhere. And you just go to somewhere like, oh, that's kind of like this is kind of music's playing. And everybody's doing it themselves for you.
Yeah.
Like everything's free.
The bad art and the bad fits
Yeah,
doesn't
there's
bother you.
there's terrible art,
Yeah.
and there's really art. You're like, whoa, like there's like light art. You're like, what the hell? There's so many breaking, guys who are trying hard to go hard, like just trying to invent new things. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but there's always something you're just like, whoa, turned on to it. There's
Burning
like,
Man, so
you
bad
just
it's
keep,
good. You heard it here
you keep
first.
going to the desert. You just find like a little country bar that someone built.
Oh,
in the
that's
middle of-
cool.
And then
That's
they're
kinda
giving out
a
beers.
saloon.
Yeah, like a saloon.
Yeah.
And they're playing like the jukebox there.
How much
Like,
of Burning Man is just like centered around like sex and orgies?
Nah, not at all. I went to the
Really?
Orgy Dome. It was not a vibe.
The Orgy Dome.
What
The
do you
real
see-
Thunderdome.
Was
Yeah.
it was it
There's a Thunderdome there too. People fighting.
was it just like
A lot of nudity. I was just, I was with a big group of people who were like, let's try it out. And then
Were
Were
you
you
ready-
Orgy Dome?
were you ready to fuck or were you just want
you
to
have
watch?
to bring a girl with you. You can't
Oh,
go
I'm-
solo. It's just
Sure,
that's
that
just
was-
creepy.
Even
and weird.
Diplo can't roll up to the Orgy Dome solo?
No, you have to bring a woman. You have to bring a guy or someone, a partner. You have to go there to have sex with somebody anyway.
Got
You
it.
can't, you're not supposed to go in there and just be like, let's all hook
You can't
up.
go and
No.
jack off.
No. Definitely not that. But when
Can't
you
jack
get there,
you.
when you get there, there's a lot of
What do you mean I
rules
can't jack off? I'm jack
about-
you.
There's a lot of rules about consent and like, women and
Yep.
Of course.
Yep.
about how do you do, and there's coming around with condoms and towels and things are really like, they give you like
Comrades.
they really give you like a lot of like rules. It takes a minute.
Comrade
And then,
Butler.
but there was a girl I met last time that they like met like randomly in the desert after a party. Like, let's go to the Orgy Dome. I don't have a place to sleep because I'm sharing a tent. And then they're like, they went and they had sex and then they had
They're
sex with a
together now?
couple.
Yeah.
And they had like a nice orgy, I guess.
Nice.
That's beautiful, man.
So, but
But you went in there and you didn't like what you saw.
It was a little weird people, and I was like, I don't know if I want to go in there with these.
It's like when you go to the buffet and everything's like a little wilted.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it is like that.
There's no sneeze guard up
That's
in this
a good-
bitch.
that's a
Damn,
good-
dude,
that's a
these
good
pussies
metaphor.
look a little wilted, dude.
Yeah, it's a good metaphor.
Fuck, what was I gonna ask? Who cares? Diplo.
But it's not all orgies. It's
Right.
actually there's vibes, and you don't have to do drugs.
Really?
You actually people. I think
Well, I think
I
it
would
should be
say-
required.
I would say 60% of people at Burning Man are waking up at like 5 a.m. to start going to like the events. Like
Right,
there's
right.
TED Talks, there's people speaking, there's like amazing yoga classes, and like the other 40 are sickos that are like, I'm never waking up. They wake up, they wake up at like 9 p.m. They stay awake till the sun rises and they go to bed in the hottest sun, getting sunburned. And like,
You're a sicko, right? If
I actually been doing where I go out to parties and then I would go to bed at like midnight and wake up at like for sunrise
okay.
and then start my day and do a set and then go to bed again and try.
Oh, you're getting paid to be there. What the fuck are we
I'm not
talking
getting
about?
paid to do that.
Did we do a set?
You sets for free?
Yeah, everything's for free there.
Did you-
Oh, okay.
what do you-
Nobody gets
what do you-
paid.
what do you-
You have to
Society.
pay to be there.
So
Yeah,
what do
yeah.
you barter for?
I don't
Right.
order anything. You bring everything yourself. I mean, you might be like, hey,
Okay.
I need some water. Can we hear some apples? Whatever it is. There might be some way you do that, but
So you
I
want
go there.
bushel
It's pretty
apples?
much you bring your shit. You want to be safe.
Yeah,
You
yeah, of
pack it
course.
in, pack it out. I mean,
Would you ever play the Gathering of the Juggalos?
damn, we booked people for that. Flosstradamus played that.
Really?
Renee didn't they? Gathering of the Juggalos.
Wow,
Bunch of
fire.
times.
They have good booking, bro. 3-6.
Tila Tequila.
I mean, Tech Nine.
Pre-Nazi.
Tech 9?
He's a big Juggalo guy.
Yeah.
Fire.
And when I was at the game, I was like, I kept hearing Tech Nine songs. It was like driving me crazy. He's Kansas City's finest.
He makes
true.
He makes crazy money just off touring.
I mean, I
His
did.
fan base is locked
A
in.
show with ICP. We played like I DJed downstairs in Cleveland or something, and they played the upstairs, like the bigger hall.
Okay.
And I went up there to check it out.
Outbilled by
It was a
ICP.
while ago, but they're not in the Midwest. They're the
right.
Kings.
They're-
They
yeah,
can
of
do
course.
whatever they want there. And I remember going upstairs and I was like, bro, I went to their merch table and I was like, they have 14 different hockey jerseys.
Fire.
Sick.
Like their merch was like insane.
They got a whole
Like,
fire.
their
They got
merch
a whole
is really
league.
good. And I
People
was like,
ironically wear it like hipster
there must
shit.
be, I think per head you count like, I know Travis was doing like, something like said like $40 a head was like buying merch. I think they might have done like $100 because it was a smaller venue, like
Right,
maybe
right.
4,000 people. I think everybody there spent $100 on merch.
Yeah, I mean,
This is our-
That's like $400,000.
because Fago's cheap. You got
Yeah.
money to,
And they
money to
probably
burn.
did sell Fago actually at the thing.
This is the business model. This is how we're popping on Patreon, bro. You just lock in with the small
Yeah.
community, bro, and
Do you have Patreon?
feed those specific streets.
Are you guys gonna do like have like sex like Adam 12 on your podcast?
Yeah,
Oh, that's why you're here. Yeah, yeah.
it's actually there's Viagra, there's
We're gonna all fuck.
there's Molly in that green juice.
Yo, Adam is a fucking savage, dude. Yeah,
I didn't know that was happening until I went to Pornhub and I was like, whoa, what's this? And I clicked on that. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I jerked off to a
I
podcast.
was like, wait,
Yeah.
what?
him and Lena the Plug, dude. They just have a porn.
She used to
pod.
work for I used to hang out with her because she was like interviewer for Revolve or something. She came to shows. She
Okay.
was cool. She's like an intern there at the beginning. Then she was like the interviewer, and then
I mean, he kind of
Started
figured it out, right? It's like, hey, we're gonna do a pod. We're
Mhm.
about fucking, and then we're gonna fuck.
Then we're gonna fuck.
yeah, it's popular. I think too, right?
I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
It's
he's piped up.
Yeah,
We've
for
all,
sure.
We've all seen his
Yeah,
body work.
nice cock, Adam.
Yeah. From traveling around, like, and maybe the answer is Lagos because you've been to
Gotta
Nigeria a
stay out
bunch. What city is severely underrated when it comes to style?
Oh man, I thought one place. I forget the name of the capital. Uganda though was like
Yeah.
a lit city.
Eye opener.
Also, Kinshasa, Congo, and I think Kenya, Nairobi. But in general, Kenya and Uganda, I was surprised at how fucking styled everybody was, and the music was so great, and the DJs were so random and playing crazy stuff, and Nairobi had a lot of swag. Nigeria is very baller though.
That's
Yeah.
what we've heard.
Like
Yeah.
very, very baller. You're gonna get
We wanna
if you
go.
don't have like a Bentley, you're not getting picked up at the strip club like that, and like
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap. But there's guys who are like a new, when I remember Mr. Easy was like always telling me when I go to the airport, I just wear like my little straw hat, no jewelry. I don't want people to ask me for money, and like I keep it really simple. And they like, the people kind of, he's like the people's champ like that. He's more like
Respect.
like,
Low key.
yeah, low key. So there's people like that, but if you DeVito, WizKid, like they're just iced out, and
No, for sure.
Do you think your personal style is underrated? Like do you think you're never really in the conversation and like maybe you deserve to be?
No, I think we do well with our what we would do. We switch it up a lot, and
Who's we?
Me, my stylist, and my
Okay,
like Sarah,
okay.
like my team. I guess. I think as you get older, though, you go back to classics so much more.
Of course.
You know that as you know what I'm talking about. Like you go back to like things that fit you well. Dickies I'm wearing like more than ever
Nice.
now. Like would I keep the crease in the front? I'm
Hell
not
yeah.
like. But I remember going to the Grammys this last year, and I'm wearing
With the Dolce.
I was in the Dolce. I was like, they made that for me like a one-off. But I remember seeing everybody out there like is wearing this such cheesy clothes.
It's
like
so bad.
What the
bro.
It's
fuck,
really
bro?
like
This
the
year
worst.
was especially bad.
It was
felt
really
like.
bad. Like they're
It's
just like
embarrassing, dude.
they're like like a nice suit, but then they have like little pineapples all over the suit, right? Like something like just I'm
Bodhi.
like, what are you doing? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I just felt like back in the day was if they did like 10 years ago, like the Chris Brown era when he was like wearing like a crazy pink, whatever it is, like that was the swag back then. But that kind of kept going.
Do you think it's because
Like,
people are
it's-
reverting back to like the 10-year cycle of fashion and trends?
Nah, those people didn't feel like that. It wasn't like
Just
there
no
wasn't
taste.
there wasn't any irony. It just felt like it wasn't very
Off the
stylish.
mark.
An
Yeah, it
evolution
was-
of swaglessness.
Also, we had like 2 years of nobody really doing anything,
That's fair.
so we had to come back and reinvent it.
Do you think the music industry is the worst dressed like sector of like culture?
No, but they're really bad at like social, like partying and like being fun. Like
Really?
I remember
Oh, really?
at the Grammys, I went to so many parties and I was like, bro, these are like rock stars. Why are these guys? You think back in the day, like the Stones, whatever, they'd be going somewhere.
Led Zeppelin trash in a
fucking
hotel
doing
room.
something crazy.
Yeah.
These guys were all at the lamest parties and we had a real rave. We like did like we
Like the
were
Sam
nominated.
Smith, Kim Petras rate, right?
Everybody was at my party. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, that was your
everybody.
party?
Taylor Swift was at my party. Like,
Sick.
they all came at the end because we went till 5 and it was like a real rave.
Is she
You go
fun?
there, Taylor's, I think
T
she's-
Swizzle?
I've seen her at parties and she's always having a good time.
Yeah. She
Are her
does
dance
seem to
moves?
be.
Are her dance moves at parties better than the ones that we see on camera?
I
when
saw
she's
the
like-
camera. I was there, saw those. She's probably pretty lit, but she's
dancing like nobody's watching.
yeah, she was. I don't think-
Respect.
The cool thing
She's a
about the
white
Grammys
girl.
this year is that there were tables, so people had
Yeah.
freedom to move a little bit.
Okay.
Usually, you're like crammed next to
Right.
the stars, and
Yeah.
the seat fillers are so fucking annoying. Like
Really?
they never want to leave. I got to my seat and the seat fillers like, "Yo, I'm actually nominated. Get out of my seat."
Yeah,
And the girl's like,
you.
"No, we're here." I was like, "Yo, commercial break's over. Get out of
Yo,
here."
I bought a Grammy.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
next
"Come
up.
here."
Who's at your table?
My table was awesome. It was Omar Apollo,
Sick.
and the girl who won Best New Artist was there, the jazz singer. Please don't make me.
No, yeah. No, I don't remember either, but yeah.
But I thought she was a seat filler, so fucked up because I went to the bathroom.
Brother!
She wasn't there the whole time. My table was already full because I thought Madonna's daughter Lola was there. She was sat with us with the Earth Eater, and they just needed a place. So I let them seat in these 2 seats, and then my seat was there. I had my girl was with me, and then we went to the bathroom, whatever. I came back, and it was already 2 hours of the Grammys. Like no one's gonna come here, and she
Yeah.
came like really late. She must have done a performance. I didn't know who
She was in Beyonce's car.
Yeah.
and then I didn't know who she was, and
Samara Joy.
anyway, she was so nice to me. And I was like, sat on my
Damn,
friend's lap.
dude.
And I was like, I don't know. I guess she's like somebody. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know anything about her. And then at the end, I got another chair and I made friends there. And I was like, oh, you're nominated. And where are you from? I didn't even know what kind of music. I thought she was an R&B singer. I didn't know
Right.
what she did.
She was a jazz singer.
And
Yeah.
then
Damn.
I listened
I
to
have no idea.
after I left, I went and put it on. That's the only thing I listened to. I learned from the Grammys was her. And it's sick.
Yeah.
Local jazz, like it
Best
rips.
new artist, bro.
And she won Best New Artist. And I was like, damn, I was probably the coolest person I met.
Yeah.
At the Grammys. which-
Jazz. It's about the chairs they don't sit in.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But I went and I listened to her music and it's like a different kind of jazz. Like it's like this like kind of vintage like
Damn, I gotta
30s,
tap
40s
in,
big
bro.
band. It's like
Yeah.
brushes and stuff and she has a sick voice.
How butthurt were you that you didn't win? You want to get on the record?
No, I wasn't buttered at all.
Really?
I knew I wasn't going to win those awards.
Well,
Yeah.
everyone knew you weren't going
Yeah.
to win, but like, you never know.
but
You're
You
saying
know,
there's a chance.
I was the only person at the Grammys in our category, or that was in the place where they had people televised. So if I wasn't there, it would have looked really funny. Because it
Is
would
it
be
no one
like,
to cut
it would
to?
be like
Yeah.
dancing award and just cut to Beyonce. They
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what other nominees. It's just me and her with the
Was that
crowd.
was that award the one that the Dream accepted, or was this a pre-show thing?
That was the pre-one.
No, no
She
one
was the-
awarded the pre-show one. No one
Okay.
was there. In fact, it was embarrassing because the next award after Dance Song of the Year went, I was nominated for Miguel and she was nominated for Break My Soul. They did Remix of the Year and the guy didn't know who to give it to. He's like, and Lizzo wins. It wasn't her award. It was Purple Disco Machine. And the guy was like walking, the guy came from Germany. He was like walking down the aisle and he went to the next award and they had to go back to him. And he was like, they're like,
Yeah, who-
he's like, who's this guy?
As spectators, as non-participants, it was a fucking shit show from front to back. It looked
An
terrible.
actual from the TV.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
The hip hop thing
terrible.
wasn't cool. I left right before that happened. I wanted to see that.
It was
Not awesome.
yeah.
Really?
It was like made for like our parents, you know?
Yeah.
But it had like real heads on there. It was like everybody grandmaster.
Oh,
It
sure.
went, it kind of went fast forward. It kind of
I mean,
skipped
Rock
20
Him
years.
was at the fucking.
It went from like Rakim to like Uzi Vert and Lil Baby. There was,
Glorilla?
there was nothing else. It was like kind of a jump.
Yeah.
I saw the line, but I
Time
thought
traveled.
Brandy Carlisle was awesome. Brandy Carlisle her voice was sick.
Yeah.
Sam Smith was crazy from where you were. And my
What was that
sister
performance
was
from where you were sitting?
It was right there, but Kim's mic didn't work in the beginning, so it was,
right.
it was a little weird. But I thought it was crazy.
What about the Harry Styles performance? Apparently, the disc started spinning backwards the other way.
Awards was given out because I had to stay for that. But and I knew Beyonce was going to win it. She didn't pay for the award. I mean, this was an award to give her like push her over the top. Like,
of course. She had to win. It was
a legendary award, and people think I said she bought this, but what I said was like, I'm glad to be part of this, and I was a little bit sarcastic.
Oh, interesting.
A part of this
because I was the only other. I was like, well, we were part of this. Her record,
her album, right?
Our
this
category.
Historic moment.
But I was kind of being sarcastic. I was like, I'm glad. Well, they made me come to this because they knew I had to be here for the award because it makes it more legit. Everybody, all the nominees are there,
of course.
But not that she needed to be legit. Her album was great. I posted all about this, but I wasn't butthurt. I think I knew I was going to win. It's cool to be nominated. I do think it might not be fair to have like pop stars in every genre because then you might go like, oh, then someone jumps into like Americana genre, and at the end of the day, it's voted by Grammy people who are nominated for Grammys, and so it's name recognition does a lot,
of course.
But
and they're all older, whiter.
And the Beyonce, she's going to push her. She's going to win that award.
Wait, so did you vote for yourself? Can you do that?
I didn't actually vote. I didn't have time.
Okay.
Wait, so if you're nominated for next year's,
I'm sure I would have. Someone would have got it at my house and voted for me. I hope.
Yeah.
If you're nominated for next year's Grammys in like
but
country,
if my kids got the award, they would have probably voted for Beyonce.
Oh yeah,
they went to the wrong house.
Yeah.
So
if you're nominated next year for like a country award, are you like, yo, like I don't want to be in like the country?
I would never
category?
be nominated for a country award, but I did I did an authentic country album. I hope, but I wouldn't be nominated because that's more political than the dance award would ever be.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like the country's like they really care about those Grammys, and those guys work their asses off for it. And I don't know who won it this year, but the country guys really come and show. I think they're kind of pissed because they used to televise like 3 country awards. Now they only do 1.
Yeah.
So it just changes with the time.
Well,
like the dance award never got televised.
But the CMAs are like hugely popular, right?
Who's that?
The Country Music Awards.
Yeah, CMAs.
They matter even more. But the Grammys like we're real. We're like we're American music and like this is the Grammys. You know,
you can pull Drake and just not submit your shit.
Yeah. Baller ass move.
I mean that also like you're not nominated either. I mean, what's who cares? Like nominated doesn't nominate.
I
It's
care.
actually kind of cool
I
to
care.
go there.
Are you boys with Drake?
I like Drake. He's my homie.
You guys should make music together, dude. That'd be sick.
I don't think he likes me personally.
Oh, really?
He doesn't
There's
want
beef?
Yeah, not beef.
Oh, you fucked one of his girls, dude?
We never did that. We smoked a hookah together once
Yo,
recently.
fire.
So I think I think that makes us friends.
Yeah.
We shared the same.
That's the hookah
thing.
bond. It's unbreakable.
I think he's dope as hell. He's also an artist kind of like Taylor, Beyonce, or Rihanna that can like kind of do whatever they want and take chances and actually do it legitimately. Like he's done everything like that. He puts the work in.
Big scorp.
I don't think he likes me that much though.
Is it because you gentrify a subgenre earlier than he does?
He wants to do it too.
You're like, hey neighbor, welcome to the neighborhood.
I'm already there. He's
Suck
like,
my dick,
he gets to
Diplo.
Lagos, I'm already in the strip club with like Burna Boy.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Welcome to South Africa. Drake.
What's your favorite Drake song? Let's just say something positive about the big man.
I really like I'm On One.
Oh yeah, fuck it, I'm on.
Rapidy rap Drake.
That's a Khaled record, I think.
Boy,
but
Lil Wayne kills that.
And I love that record. And I love the producer. His name was T Minus, one of my favorite producers back in the day.
Legendary.
I worked with him a couple times just because I love that
did he
Toronto
die?
sound.
Did
he didn't. I don't think he did, but he was really into Christianity for a while. And I was in the studio with him like 2-3 years ago.
All right.
He was back in church and had family, and I'm telling you, when you're a producer and you don't like, I grind a lot as a songwriter producer, but when you're not DJing, that's also something that's my life. I don't have to always concentrate on having hits.
Right.
When you're a producer and you're not like getting the hits and not getting the mechanical royalties and the publishing,
get a DJ
it's
bag.
fucking hard life. I mean, and when it comes to streaming, songwriters don't make a lot of money. So it's like we get the littlest bit of the stream money. The main people get the money as the masters owners.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's hard, man. If you're not really grinding and getting the sessions and living in LA and like living a life, having a child, having a family and being a producer is not easy unless you already made it.
Right.
So
or you should syndicate on like a fucking
It's not
sitcom or
easy.
something.
Like Wayne says, walk around the club, fuck everybody, dude.
Yeah.
What's the biggest misconception people have about Diplo?
I also love Lil Wayne, by the way. Hanging out with him.
Yeah, we
was really he's another cool guy.
He's like our goat, I would say. Maybe
I love Wayne.
the king.
Did he do the Big Red Boots better than you?
Ooh,
I think he did. I actually stole the compression pant look for him because he had like the tights
Right,
on.
right,
It
with
made
the
the
big
pants
shorts.
look funnier. Like it's more fun. But,
What's the biggest misconception people have about Diplo? Just being a hot DJ towards the world, playing the best parties with the
First of all,
sexiest
people
people.
think I'm from Europe.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
a lot of girls are like, I thought you
insulting.
were Swedish or something. I'm like, no. What do you?
because of the hair,
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like they just
Swedish good looks.
just gloss over the Instagram or something. And then some
like,
people,
yeah, I'm from another country,
a
Florida.
lot of times people think I'm black. if they don't really get into it. Like I remember there's a lot of girls, like maybe African girls or something, that hit me up like, I thought you were black because of the music, because they might hear my music on the featured artist. They might not ever Google who I am.
The ultimate compliment.
It could be either way. But
like, I thought you were Tracy Ellis Ross, but you're more Dakota Johnson.
When they met me that I wasn't black, and then I was like, all right.
Sorry to disappoint.
Are you the spiciest white boy in the country?
Ooh. Nah, there's another guy.
Is that Travis Kelsey?
Yeah, it's Travis Kelsey. It's either him. There's another guy I was thinking is really spicy. I met recently.
You're on the Mount Rushmore of spicy white boys, though, for sure, dude.
You know,
congrats.
Have you guys? Thank you. There was a guy. I was like, damn, this guy is spicy as hell.
This guy's spicy white boy.
Damn. Yellow Wolf
was an artist.
Yellow Wolf was the man back in the day.
MGK.
Yeah. Fuck MGK.
Not that spicy. He's a sweet guy though.
Really?
Is he?
Yeah, he's nice.
I've only had.
He's really stand up. He's really. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's like when you make music, you get a different sense of like people will have respect for me.
Well, also he knows you. Like when I interfaced with him as a civilian when I worked at Complex, he was a fucking
Also he went through probably a lot of different shit back in those days.
When he was a
being a white rapper is a very difficult lifestyle.
Is it? It's
all those guys, but they all end up besides Eminem, the ultimate minority. They all kind of go bipolar and mental health problems.
Yeah,
every one of them, or they go to drugs, or like it's just not a cool
or pop punk.
It's not a cool. No, that's
the hardest drug of all.
Out.
That's
like
the Everlast.
Everlast did it.
Oh, sure.
True.
Eminem kind of did kind of the rock thing.
Dude, shout out Bubba Sparks. Never switched up.
Bubba Sparks did country.
But he never switched up to pop punk.
He did full country? Deliverance.
Bubba Sparks. Yeah, he did.
Deliverance is a country song?
No, he did. After that, he started doing more country. I think I looked him up.
Traveling for some time. Wait, have you already DM'd Megan Fox?
No.
Okay.
I sat next to her at around that time, though, and it looked like they were not having a good time together.
Ooh. Breaking news.
Did you, before your boy locked her down, did you DM Emrata? When she was on the market?
No, there's no locking down of Emrata. She's a wild soul.
She's a free bird.
She's a free bird.
Yo, shout out Eric Andre though.
Yeah, for real.
Eric Andre slapped on that one though.
Can we get Eric on the pod? I texted him. He left me on red.
Yeah, he's been doing that a lot. He's been doing a lot that lately.
Oh, really?
His stock's been going up.
I was gonna say you might be a little too busy.
Yeah, he left me on red. He left me on red like 3 times this week. And,
wow. Damn, bro.
No one leaves Diplo on red.
Sorry about that.
He acts like he don't know me no more.
Diplo.
Look up career of Bubba Sparks right now.
Well, there's there was the Timbaland record, right? That was
Country
the first one.
Miss New Booty.
Miss New Booty.
He's on
the third record.
He's on Slim American, Yellow Wolf's label now. Yikes. And he did records with Colt Ford. So there's like some more. He's more leaning towards the country.
I guess, but
he's country adjacent.
I guess I respect the country pivot more than the pop punk pivot. Is I guess what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do pop punk that much longer. Country is like you can just go forever. Get to 100 on that and be okay.
Yeah.
Pop punk, you just kind of look kind of weird when you're like, a little bit. I don't know. When you gotta start coloring your hair because it's too gray or whatever.
yeah. You can't fucking pogo.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest artist you missed out on signing at Mad Decent?
Ooh. Oh, you want to hear a really crazy story?
Yes, sir.
Well, there's a couple things. I mean, there's disappointments all the time. I loved 100 Gex. We had their first projects, and they moved to Warner Brothers, and I wish we had a chance to do them because I think we would have been a good fit for them.
Dude, Gex is fire.
But Dylan Brady, like most luck ever. I think he's awesome. Back in the old days, I was so early on the weekend, like on House of Balloons and stuff. I was like DMing him, and he was like my MySpace and stuff like that. And I remember, not like we would ever sign him, but we were about to put that mixtape out on Mad Decent.
Wow.
And it was really bubbly. It was super weird. When he first came out, it was like, what the fuck is this?
No one knew what he looked like or anything.
It wasn't like, you didn't know what he looked like. And the songs are about drugs and fucking, which with R&B would never touch.
It was like hyper masculine R&B.
Yeah. That would never be touched back in those days. It was too crazy, too controversial.
What was this, like 2010, 2011?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we were talking and it was just like, it just started snowballing. It became so big, but we were really early trying to find him. And
nice.
He's and we were friends back then. I remember I go to Toronto and hang out with him.
What were those parties like?
Is that why Drake has beef with you?
They have beef.
Not anymore. They squashed
it.
If Drake has any beef with me, I got to squash it because I think he's awesome. I don't know what is the problem.
You said that you think he hates you.
He doesn't. He sometimes comment. He will sometimes like a photo of mine randomly,
but like in a passive aggressive way.
He doesn't follow me. And he doesn't let me follow. He doesn't
follow. I have to follow
him to make comments. And
he has to follow. Yeah. He has to follow you
and vice versa.
Yeah. And then you can leave comments.
And it's like we have so many different reasons to be connected or whatever. And it's almost like you guys must be a reach.
Eskimo brothers times 1,000.
Yeah, it must be a reach for him to not like me or not be wanted to be in the connection.
It's got to be a girl. It's got to be.
Who do you think you have the
He has
most?
so many girls. What is it? What is it?
Yeah, but he also has 42 engagement rings at the time he almost proposed.
If you had to guess, who do you think you're most Eskimo bros with?
Drizzy.
Maybe Leo.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
Israeli models.
yeah, he's out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's just a volume shooter. Honestly, everyone is Eskimo bros with Leo at this point. I think it's not so many bitches.
I think it's
But if you had to add up the ages of your body counts, you probably beat him, right?
I would hope so.
Yeah, I mean, it differs. I remember I was thinking yesterday. I was hanging out with Kate Hudson. I was like, she introduced me to her mom. She's like, we dated once because we kind of had a thing for a little while.
Hell yeah! You never met Goldie.
No, she told me, she introduced me to Goldie, and she was like, yeah, we dated for a little while.
Oh, okay.
Because we had a little thing like a couple years ago. And
Hell yeah!
She's a little older than me, and before that, like MIA was older than me.
Right.
And then before that, I lived in Japan, and the girls I dated were like 30, and they were like wives of like Japanese guys. They pay for sex hotels and stuff.
Fire.
Tight.
And I was like,
go off.
But it kind of got to the point where it was like my age around, girls were my age, and then now it's definitely going down because there's not like
you're getting older.
There's not a lot of girls that are like 44 that are like going to go meet a rave.
Fuck.
Yeah, true.
They're not like I would love to meet them.
Yo,
sometimes they come into.
You got to meet them at the fucking like the farmers market, the pumpkin patch.
There's some girl. I mean, I love a nice middle-aged hippie yoga mom too. I can do it all.
I mean, Kate Hudson is kind of like the archetype, right?
She's so badass.
Yeah.
She's just cool
The
as hell.
prototype.
Well, this brings us to the next segment of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's favorite. Yes.
Sucking and fucking.
Meats and cheeks.
Sex and dating.
What has a bigger number, your discography or your body count?
Discography means all the songs.
All
I've ever
songs.
made.
Yeah.
Damn, it's like probably even.
Damn.
How many songs have you made?
Like 2,000.
Yes.
3,000. I don't know.
Fuck.
Hell yeah, bro.
My guy's fucking.
Yo, congrats.
Yeah.
On all the sex, dog.
2,000 songs, not a lot of hits.
Yeah.
Same with probably the sex.
Yeah. Not a lot of smashes in either,
but
either one.
As a great man once said, still beat.
Yeah. Still beat though. What's a first date with Diplo look like?
Yeah. Paint us
First
a picture.
date, I don't really date. I don't think I've been on that many dates.
Really?
When's the last date?
That's sad, bro. It actually makes me.
Well, if I want to hang out
you.
with a girl, I'm so busy that if I want to hang out with a girl, we do something like really maybe come to my house because I have like a whole spa there or whatever. Come to the beach or whatever.
But you got a spa in your house.
Yeah.
Fire.
That's sick.
Got a little spa there.
We saw the fucking Maddie and Benny little
true.
episode there where they took
yeah.
HGH or whatever.
He did.
Shout out our boys.
He tried to put HGH into the food. That was weird, but
And you were on acid or they took acid? I forget.
we all took acid.
Fire.
I take acid a lot, but I took a little bit before this.
Oh, yeah? That's why the pod's going so well.
Yeah. It's really
My
great.
man is tripping.
But
So she comes to the crib.
or it's like, hey, come to one of my shows and then hang out backstage.
That's got to be the ultimate flex.
Yeah,
move.
but then then it's really boring though. Feel like you're like
For who?
staying around. I mean, it's got
For
to be
them.
friends or come to Vegas and come see the show. Whatever.
That's got to be exciting, though.
Yeah.
You send a
Just be-
private jet, do the whole
Don't do
thing.
that.
When was the last time you were on a date?
Damn, I mean, I had dinner with a girl last night, but with a group of friends. I mean,
Okay.
it kind of always blended in.
I like
Yeah.
that.
It's not like a one-on-one. Like, hey, let's go
Yeah.
to this thing. I just don't have the.
Let's go see Avatar,
Yeah,
too.
like it's like I don't know if I can really just.
I
do
speak
it.
Navi now.
Yeah,
What's the way to Diplo's heart?
man, you know who I really like when girls. I mean, I love sweet, nice girls, but when they're mean to me, and they fucking like
You're a glutton for
and
punishment.
they really don't, and they like give me like, they make it really difficult. Sometimes I fall into that.
Oh,
It's
hard to
probably-
get.
it's-
You like-
yeah.
Oh, damn.
Or when they're just like, they're kind of mean and they're kind of like ignore me and stuff. They're kind of that's been working lately.
Really?
Damn, dude.
All right, ladies, if you're listening,
Yeah.
be a dick.
For real, dude. Treat this man like
But
dog
also,
shit.
I just love, I love like, it's hard, but like when it takes a while to kind of trust a girl. And these days, like when you're,
Sure.
when you're,
Oh, dude.
Like, like dating as a celeb.
but just like, when you know that their like intentions are really real and they're sweet and, I think it takes me a while to like really warm up to a girl like that. So it's like, it's not that easy.
And it's hard because you're just like, you're never in the same place like more
Nah,
than
it
2 nights in a
never is.
row.
And then LA is like difficult.
Is LA the worst city to date in?
Yeah, maybe.
What? Because everyone's just a fucking clout sucking parasite.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's a lot of cool girls there. I just feel like there's like girls all hate each other there too. So there's always like cliques of girls, and then there's like a lot.
You can't go intra
yeah, and there's
clicking.
like shit talking about everybody all the time, and then
Damn.
But but there's great girls. I have probably so many girlfriends in LA, not like sexual, but there's so many awesome girls that
female
are like,
friends.
Yeah, there's so many of those, and they're probably the reason I'm grounded and I'm successful because they give me the best advice. They're the sweetest people.
Yeah.
And they tell you tell you when you're being an asshole.
Talk shit to me all the time, and they let me know when I'm doing shit wrong.
Treat this man like garbage, and you can be his bestie.
It's cool because like when you're with a group of guys, like you don't really. It's like you need the girls to really break it down. So like,
the guy's just like, just go off, king, go smash.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man,
Diplo, how much money do you make?
How much money I make?
Yeah.
This is a lot of money, but it depends on the season.
Okay.
Is your celeb like Google net worth accurate?
I don't know. What is it?
I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's see.
million.
Let's roll the fucking dice, dude. Yeah, we'll just do a little over.
Because I think all the rappers are mad about those, huh? They always
that's what Lil Baby was pissed because he's like, this shit is way too. He was like 5 million. I got 5 million literally right here.
Yeah.
How much does it cost to rent Diplo?
How much?
Oh yeah. What?
On one example of fee to book Diplo, starting range 300,000 to 500,000. Also, speaking fee. Also, their speaking fee might be different than the fee shown. I don't do speaking. I don't know. This is like a weird.
Wait, can we book you for 500K? Yeah, for sure.
I'd definitely do it.
Yeah. What's the most you've ever made in single booking, single gig?
Like a rich guy's wedding or something.
Like a chic.
Yeah.
Shake.
Yeah, there's been like probably
Fire.
8-Track was being mad cagey, but he said he did some super rich guy, American guy's wedding, and he wouldn't tell us the amount, but it's good to know that was probably around.
Probably delete that. We'll go beep.
What's the littlest amount of money you've
I've DJ for free so many times.
Burning Man.
Yeah, Burning Man.
DJ at Burning Man.
I do pay to
like
DJ.
A fucking fool.
Or even when I did like the after party for the Grammys, I think we had like all the sponsors running the fees to cost. I know it's probably like 200K, and I probably ended up putting like maybe 40K in my own money in to make a great party for like everybody who's involved in my album.
Yeah.
It's like
that's a celebration.
It's fucking 3 nights at this hotel.
Yeah. Easily.
What do you like? Okay, what
house
not in this room, but yeah.
Besides Neosporin for your taint, and you had to buy an electric razor.
Yeah.
What do you like to spend your hard-earned money on?
That's it, man. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Just Neosporin.
Off-brand Neosporin and a trimmer on the road.
I don't know. Spa stuff, like stuff for my house and my body and my.
Are you a big health and wellness cat?
Yeah, I am.
What's the craziest like LA pill like health and wellness thing you've done?
I don't do anything crazy.
Like put crystals in your foreskin, or
I don't do any of that. I just I will leave the crystals out at midnight or on a full moon
in your foreskin,
in my butthole.
You're trying to charge up, dude.
Yeah.
What is it called? Sunning when you open
perennial sunning.
Yeah, did you do that shit?
I actually did the science in that. It's kind of makes sense because
Vitamin B.
Your butt skin is so loose or so thin.
Specifically yours.
Yeah,
too.
my butt skin's really thin. But that's what I think the vitamin D that you get from the sun in like a couple seconds is like what you need because you can't put it in your face or whatever. It's dangerous.
Don't sunburn your asshole.
Yeah. Which is it depends on where you're going to be.
You don't want to fly too close to the sun.
Exactly.
You got to calculate how close you are to the equator. If you're in Antarctica, you can
I shaved my head once to the skin. I was living in like
it.
All the way to the bottom. And I was living in like around Barbados at the time. I was with my girlfriend, and I got so fucking sunburned on the top of my head that I thought it was like I had a disease or something. It was scabbing up that night, and I could hear you hear your scabs forming while you're sleeping.
Oh, what?
It's like you hear the noise.
Nightmare fuel.
It's so crazy, and then the whole thing is like almost scabbed up. And the guy at the store, it was like a white Barbados has like different kind of demographic there, and it was like I was going to the pharmacy, like, yo, what's wrong with this? And they're like, you probably slept under this tree and the thing came down and you got to burn your head off. And then the white guy wasn't. Now you're just white. You got burned. And here, just put some shit on. You cover your head with a hat.
And that guy was the spiciest white boy.
Yeah, he was.
That guy
was. Oh, if you go to like Jamaica and you go to the Caribbean, you'll find some spicy white people.
It's kind of crazy how like I was in Jamaica and
who's the spiciest white guy? This guy Costa Titch, who's like, I'm a piano rapper in South Africa now. That's like kind of like the biggest white guy. Yeah.
Diplo, before we get into the bonus content, we would love to offer up some constructive criticism because obviously you're doing really well for yourself. You're killing it, no Grammy notwithstanding. But we'd love to offer up some constructive criticism if
please.
We may take it or leave it. I think that of all the things you said, of all the gems you dropped, what really kind of went over our heads the most is your love for Burning Man.
Right.
So why don't we welcomed you into our world by doing this podcast. Why don't you bring us into your world and fly us to Burning Man, and maybe we can offer some fresh perspective on like the Orgy Dome, on like your sunrise sets. Let's do it next year.
I'm down.
All right.
You don't really fly into Burning Man though. You kind of
you got to drive in, right?
You could fly from Burbank. It's like one flight a day. I can get you on that.
Oh, sick.
It's called the Burner Express. It lands in the dirt like.
Wow. Okay.
I swear to God.
Well, I don't know if I'm
just like that.
I don't know if I want to do that, but okay. So we're going to Burning Man next year. You can.
By the way, Burning Man got really mad at me 4 years ago because I took a Burner Express, like a little prop plane to Reno, and then from Reno I had to charter a jet because I had to make it to Electric Zoo here in New York City. And as a joke, we colored the jet. We had we put like a fake what do you call it?
Like a
decal?
Swastika?
No, we didn't put swastikas in the jet. We did a decal of Popeye's chicken.
Oh, fire!
Because in Reno, they had the chicken sandwich had just come out. And they're like, we want you to take some chickens on the jet. So it was the weekend the chicken sandwich came out. We didn't actually put Popeyes on the jet, by the way. We just made it in Photoshop. But we ate chicken on the jet. And Burning Man wrote to everybody we do not do Popeye's chicken jets, and we don't do sponsorships. And they were so mad. It was a total joke.
Right. But it went against everything that they stand
it was.
for.
But I was like, that you guys, how can you be radically inclusive but not also be sarcastic?
Clearly, these guys also hadn't had that sandwich because if they had the life-changing sandwich,
they would have been Burning Man would have been sponsored by Popeyes
100%
from here on out.
Burning Man.
I remember it was I burn a lot of bridges. You're talking about what is my misconceptions? I burn a lot of bridges because people just don't take my sarcasm, and they might see
they don't get the humor.
They don't get the humor. Or they might see only that, and then they might go into hysteria Diplo's only this. They don't actually go read
because very few artists are actually have a sense of humor.
Right.
Well,
or personality, dude.
Sarcasm died on the internet for white people 20 years ago. I was really good at Twitter. Had the most followers ever.
You used to post mad fit pics.
You had the number one most followers on Twitter at one point?
I had for the electronic music and DJs, I was up there. I was had 2 million followers on Twitter so quick, and I was
you want a golden
shit
special
to
Olympics,
everybody. I was I had no filter.
Yeah.
And some of the tweets come back to me. They were fucked up, and I can never. I can't use Twitter anymore. It's
you used to post mad fit pics on Twitter.
We were looking at it.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
Yeah, you were posting fits.
You can bring those back. You can bring those back.
People actually go. People like the fit pics.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
We're going to post a fit pic and people are going to fucking love it.
Yeah, we have to take a picture.
And then you're going to post it on your socials and tag us.
Yeah,
it'll be a whole thing.
Yeah, please get back on Twitter to retweet all the promo. Okay, so Burning Man, fit pics, we got all that. I know I didn't invite you to my wedding.
Yeah,
my apologies. Definitely not going to be the last one. And I may regret this because you famously ruined Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner's wedding. But my constructive criticism is really just me throwing you a bone. I got you on my next wedding. You'll get the invite.
How many weddings are you going to have?
Who's to say, bro?
Are you still married?
Yeah, of course. But you never know how things could go, dude.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day went well, but that, I got to do it again next year.
Hit me up.
Oh, yeah?
Nick.
The new one?
Today.
There's a new
not
one
Franklin.
now.
He's on Mad Decent.
Nick Jonas is?
No, Nick Franklin Jonas.
Nick Franklin Jonas?
No, Franklin Jonas is the youngest Jonas brother.
The new one.
He's the new
Yo,
one.
new Jonas just dropped? Dude,
Joe, bro? New Joe Road?
You can check it out. It's called Cocaine. It's on Slam Records.
So he's like the cool, edgy.
He's a wild Jonas.
He's a wild boy?
Yeah.
He's like MGK, bro. He's a wild boy.
It's really good.
Yeah? All right. Well,
Check
if the
it out.
song is called Cocaine, you already know he's getting my streams. Shout out to fucking Franklin, bro.
Diplo, where can the kids follow you? What would you like to plug?
Yeah, knowing that I guess this is coming out in
Let's see.
a month.
I
March or
think,
something? I don't fucking know.
I think, well, this is going to be out for the country project. So go check out my album.
Presumably.
Come to Stagecoach, see me play there.
Yeah.
Come to one of my little shows.
Catch the three of us at Burning Man.
Yeah, come to Burning Man.
If Drake is listening, please follow Diplo
Drake,
back.
I
At
love you,
Diplo.
man. Yeah, hit me back.
You guys would have so much. You have so much in common too. I really hope that you guys can bury the hatchet, bro.
Why don't you do a little olive branch hookah? Is there a hookah emoji?
We
Just
did a hookah. We did it in July. We did a hookah at Michael Rubin's. We hey, come have a hookah smoke. And I did.
Wow.
What flavor?
He had some weird flavor. Yeah,
Really?
he's a hookah specialist. I don't even know. It was
Well, he's
it was
got the guy. What's his
icy
name?
melon.
He's a hookah soar.
He had a guy.
honestly,
His
Icy
plus one
Melon.
was like a hookah guy.
Yeah, he flies in his hookah guy. You
He's
find
100%. I'm not joking. He
taint
had
groomer.
Yeah.
taint groomer. She's just got here.
Diplo.
Thank you, bro.
for
We
being on the
appreciate your time,
Podcast
dude.
Matters.
This was
Jeff,
great.
take us out.